let's go. Okay. So, I am really curious on your input in draft. One of the great things about draft is that everyone has a different take, right? And
Absolutely.
there's something that you can learn from everyone else. Like, I'm all about the Rakano decks that are just like Harmless Question and Spire Spellsword, and those are cards that are terrible, right? Um, but if you put them in the right deck, they work pretty well. And like I noticed that once we were playing, and you were playing a deck that just had a bunch of 2/3s and a bunch of like 2/4s, and I just, I just couldn't get through because everything I had was a 2/2.
Yeah, I mean, I will say, I think the very first time I watched one of your draft videos, I was blown away by like how highly you valued Drifter, and I was like, "What? Who is this guy making videos?" Like, I don't think Drifter's a very good card, and like obviously, I think my style is a little bit. I think you draft like very synergistic and like aggressive decks. I tend to just go for like more individually good cards that turn out to be like big piles of like Combre, like Pensive Lumen, Subterranean Sentry, that kind of nonsense. And so watching you do that was like really, really cool because like I knew you were a good drafter because they probably don't let bad players post on EternalTitans.com. And so when I saw that, I was like, wow, that's really cool.
All right, so your take on the format is you want kind of like a grindy, just like value deck.
I think that's what I'm good at. Like personally, I don't necessarily think that's like the best way to play. What I think is like kind of the hallmark of like a really good draft format is like there are multiple viable ways to build decks. And so like we can build these like big dumb 2.5 hours to play an entire draft like Combre piles, or you know, like 1 hour will be like 7 games for a 7 over Kano pile. And like both are completely valid.
Yeah. All right,
Yeah.
so with that out of the way, what's your first pick here?
Fearbinder? No, I'm kidding. Not Fearbinder. I think the strongest card here, since we're in the first pack, we got nothing else to go on, no other context. I'd go with the Bloodthirsty Brawler.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just like it's much more powerful than Guard Dog, right? And that's the only real
Right.
consideration. Okay, yeah, this card is like an A in my book. But of course it also fits my playstyle perfectly. Okay.
Right.
Well, it's second pack.
Uh, hmm. These packs are not super exciting.
I agree.
I think we have a couple of options here. I think Barricade is a lot worse than it like initially seems, because I don't know, if you give your blocking unit like +8/+8 or +4/+4 or +10/+10, like usually just means like, hey, you win combat.
Yeah.
It's not like it can be used defensively. There's no cool like utility for it unless your opponent has like a relic weapon, but that's sort of a dream scenario. But here I think like I think Cut Ties might be like individually the strongest card, but I also think there's a reasonable argument to be made for just like shoring up on like 2 drops right now. In which case I think like Granarender is in our like it matches colors with our first pick, and we don't have to worry about 2 drops as much later on.
Yeah, I think a big issue with Fire is that its units just suck. Like, the common units in set 4 are just so ridiculously bad. You've got the Hot Blood Barbarian, and Drifter's like actually up there in as far as how good they are. Now, granted, in the curated packs, you have some better options like Oni Ronin, of course, and the Scrap Hound, I guess.
Yeah, well, like all the Grenadin in the curated packs are pretty strong.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I shouldn't say all of them. I'm sure there are some bad ones I'm not thinking of.
So you would take the Grand Render here?
What would you take?
So
let's ask that. What would you take?
I guess I have a higher opinion of Barricade than you do. Like, I think yes, it's not fantastic. I think it's worse than Finest Hour, for example. But I do think that it's it's a trick that no one's ever going to play around because it's a rare and not like.
Dude, let's take it.
Okay.
Like, I am just as much a student of the stream. Just because I'm on it right now doesn't mean I can't learn something from this. Let's take the Barricade.
Well, I actually do want to go with like what you do because I'm really curious to hear
Oh man. I'm willing to give Barricade a shot. Is the thing. Like, I think if it was like me drafting this, I might go with Cut Ties because I tend to stay open for a really long time and then end up in like 3.5 colors. But I think you've talked me into Barricade. I think it's got enough going on for it. Huh. So we're missing like an uncommon and like the rare slot, but notably there are like some pretty good time cards here.
Yeah.
And
I'd like to point out the silence unit. What I forget what the card's name is, but the sacrifice to silence. That's like a pretty reasonable card. It's not
Yeah.
insane,
I think he's quite good as well. You never want to pay like 3 mana for a silence, especially when like dispels in the format. But in a pinch, you know, he'll get the job done.
Yeah.
Like if you have to take down a flyer or an unblockable guy. But here, I think I'm in for Living Example. I like him, Workshop Tinker, and Pensive Lumen quite a bit, but I think he gets a couple of bonus points just for being a 2-drop. We kind of want to hit that critical mass of 2-drops before, you know, before too long into the drafts. And, you know, unanswered, it's kind of a Xenon Obelisk looking thing.
but yeah, kind of.
Yeah, right. It's a bit of a stretch, but at a common, I think it's great.
Yeah. By the way, Simp, welcome everyone from SimStream. We are drafting with Jesture. I'm very excited to have him as a guest, hearing his input on things, and thanks for the host. And thank you, Mr. Editog. I missed it. Said hi in chat, but okay. So this pack, where are you here?
Yeah, I think sort of as a baseline, there's just not too many exciting things here. I think the Wormstone might have like the highest upside, and I think both of the uncommons are like playable, but not very exciting. Especially because we don't have any strong pull factors like drawing us into those colors right now.
I don't really think that you'll get 4 hatchlings later. Jeez, I don't think that I don't think that Horrifying Helm is particularly playable.
Sure, yeah, no, I'd agree with that.
I don't see
go
Final
ahead.
Shot in play very often. So
Right.
yeah, I agree that Wormstone's the highest upside. Was just kind of curious whether you liked Skycrew or Wormstone. So we're going Wormstone here?
I have a love-hate relationship with Skycrew. I feel like that card has like the highest ratio of like times it's killed me versus like times I've killed other people with it.
Fair
Yeah,
enough.
Skycrew is also pretty good. But yeah, I think like, well, I think we're in for Wormstone right here.
Yeah.
I tend to be a little bit like riskier on these picks, so we'll kind of try to make that work.
Okay, here.
Okay, yeah, this looks like a pretty easy like Livering Offering.
All right.
I don't think the rest of these cards are particularly good. I know there's that Spire Spellsword you were kind of excited about. Huh. Okay, yeah. These are not very good. Maybe, okay, what do you think of Miner's Canary?
I think it's really bad. Some people are really
Okay.
high on it, but like, if your opponent's attacking with the 4/3 Overloam in Primal, or just anything that has 4 attack, it's just so embarrassing.
Sure. Yeah, okay. It's a 2-drop in a pinch, but I think we can just take the Rotor Cycle right here.
Yeah.
Especially because, yeah.
I love seeing a Rotor Cycle like this early in a pack. I mean, when I'm not committed, well, or like when I'm not sure where I'm going, right? I think Rotor Cycle's a really good card because it can go in every deck, and it's pretty good in every deck. Like, you'll play the 2/2 Flyer in Justice, the Valkyrie Militant.
Right.
It's not thrilling, but it's worse than Rotor Cycle, and this
Right.
one doesn't require being in a faction. Okay, so
Okay, yeah, easy Rotor Cycle. Well, that's interesting, because I don't think Territorial Elf or Gravemarker Oni are, like, super duper exciting, but they're, like, pretty strong for, like, how late in the draft they are.
yeah,
And I think, yeah, go ahead.
as you might not be surprised, I like Territorial Elf. But I'm not, it's not the best card. Okay, so you want
Yeah, I
one of
mean,
these?
like, I don't really think we have a second color yet, you know? We have, like, Bloodthirsty Brawler
Into
potentially, and, like, Barricade potentially, yeah, but I think we can pick up a Territorial Elf right here.
Okay.
I also tend to value, like, Rapid Shots pretty highly, and those go great with this
Obviously,
guy. Yeah.
Okay.
Probably a Death Strike. I mean,
Death
I'm not really
Strike.
thrilled about any of these. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think any of these are playable, to be honest. Maybe Torrential Downpour.
I think
Might be
Torrential
pretty
Downpour
good.
is pretty good. Have you seen the boards that I have the War Chief out and I Torrential Downpour someone?
No, but that sounds amazing.
It is pretty amazing. I certainly.
Okay,
well, you know what? Spite Feeder's like not completely unplayable, actually. Just as a 1/1 flyer, I think that actually has some value in this list. But like, we're not particularly set up to use it. So wait. With that in mind,
Well, I think the strongest card in this pack is going to be Torrential Downpour. I think the card we're most likely to play is Death Strike.
Okay, let's take Jesture.
So yeah, I think we're going to be in time with how this deck is going. These aren't playable, right?
I have had 7-win drafts with all these cards except Light 'em Up.
All right. I guess this is a harmless question that probably has the highest upside, or maybe a Harbinger spy. I don't even know. I've never played any of these cards in any of my draft decks.
So I
before,
think
so.
this card's only good when you're in a Nightfall deck. Inspire Sellsword is good when you're in a racing situation like that. Having something you can play on turn 1 is kind of nice, and then the lifesteal, like if you combine that with a pump spell, can swing the game. That being said, I don't think that's where we're going with this deck.
I don't either. This deck does seem to be a little bit on the slower side.
Yeah, but I think that if we get like 4 more Wormstones, we've got harmless question.
That's a good point. I forgot about a Wormstone. I'm in for a harmless question then.
Yeah.
We might as well try and keep our spell count up. Oh wow, these are some pretty late primal commons. Like, I'm not unhappy to play Advanced Scout or Torrential Downpour in like my draft decks.
Okay, so which one do you want here?
I think we should take. I kind of like an Advanced Scout a little bit more.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not sure we're going to be in primal at this point, but it does seem a little bit stronger. Sewer Sludge has more upside here.
Yeah.
And then, great, Inona Eulogist.
Yeah, I actually do have a 7-win draft that was playing Overheat. That was something. It helped me get my 7th win too, which is ridiculous. I was not happy about it, I should say, but it was there. It was there.
Well, that's interesting. Yeah, I don't know. I used to think Overheat was really good, and then I tried to play it like a fast spell, and it wasn't. And then I think we've all been there, like when set 4 dropped.
Oh, I read it as a slow spell the entire way.
Oh, okay. Oh, no excuses then. But here, not terribly exciting. I think, our colors are all over the place, aren't they?
I think we're probably in time. We've got 3 good time cards. Well, we've got 2 good time cards. One that's like above average, and that's better than we can say about basically anything else. I don't know. Like we have a busted multi-faction color card, but we don't have a whole lot else going in those.
Right. So like what I'm kind of deciding between right now is like, I think there's a pretty strong argument for just taking a Seek Power and keeping our options open. Other than that, there's a couple of like reasonably strong cards here. Like Primal seemed kind of open in pack 1, so we might pick up a couple more Primal goodies in pack 4, in which case we could play like Daring Pioneer if we wanted, which a 4/4 for 3 with Overwhelm's not bad. Or we could just take a Minotaur Oathkeeper here. I realize it's supposed to be my decision, so I'm just kind of talking out loud at this point. Let's take a...
So before you make your decision, I just am curious where you stand on this. How do you feel about Seek Power versus Tactician? Veteran Strategist, the 0/4? I know that like you're never ever taking one over the other, but like I just feel like those 2 cards are very comparable, and I like Seek Power more.
I like the Seek Power more as well, because I think it lets you cheat on your power counts a little bit. That being said, I think the Veteran Strategist is... Well, it's interesting, because I think it's one of the only pieces of fixing in set 4
That's true.
that isn't like a crest. And so a lot of times I'm like going into set 4 pack and I'm just like, oh my goodness, I need more fixing. I have these like awesome cards and I can't play them. And it's like, oh, Veteran Strategist, get in here.
Yeah.
So I think I pick it a lot in that situation, but I would say I pick it up a lot more in pack 4 than I do in pack 1.
Okay. So we're taking Seek Power here?
Seek Power is good. Yeah. Also combos the Wormstone, so definitely.
Hopefully. Diablo Eternal is saying that you first played Eternal in Sunnyvale. Is that true?
Yeah. So there's there's actually kind of funny story behind that, because Diablo's a friend of mine who introduced me to Eternal, and this is when I visited him and his wife. They were friends of ours. I'm from Houston. That's originally where we had met them, but we met them there, and like when I came back to Houston and we were kind of talking about it, and I was asking like, hey, who are some good streamers to check out? And then I think somebody was saying like, yeah, check out the Sunnyvale stream, and I was like, the Sunnyvale stream, like, what is that? Like, I didn't think much of it, but I was just like, okay, that's weird, a communal stream or a community stream, whatever, right? Then I found you, and I'm like, oh, this is like an actual person.
Yeah.
And then, you know, we found out later that you actually live in Sunnyvale too, which is pretty cool. That's a lovely place. Really enjoyed my time there. But yeah, Diablo's a good friend of mine.
It's funny how the handles that you choose when you're like 12 years old just kind of stick with you for the next few decades.
You chose it when you were 12?
Yeah, well, maybe I was 14, but it was that long ago, you know?
Okay, can I ask you something?
Yeah.
So, when somebody uses the word like sunny in like everyday conversation, do you like smile to yourself a little bit?
No.
Because they're like talking about you? You don't do that?
No,
okay.
Not yet, but people do call me Sunny. Like at GP Denver, I expect to be called primarily Sunny and not Dave very frequently.
Okay. All right. As far as the pick goes, I think I'm in for a Duskwalker right here. Okay. I think it's got the highest upside. And yeah, there's a couple of like solid time comments, but I kind of like this guy right here.
Yeah.
Since we also have some reasonable shadow cards.
There are a lot of like really powerful, expensive time cards too. So if you can untap with Dust Stalker, it's pretty nice.
Yeah, for sure. That's definitely one of the better payoff factions to be in. This looks like an easy Scorpion Wasp. The card is very, very good. Yeah.
Speaking of excellent time cards that cost me.
Yeah, we what's a ramp deck without a ramp target, right? Okay, so I think without a doubt, Rakano Outlaw is the strongest card in this pack.
Oh,
I don't think
I disagree.
In
I think Valkyrie's
interesting.
Better.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Well, I mean, if you're just talking about a strong card when it's in play, I think Valkyrie's better. Granted, you can only play it in the specific deck, but if you are in like if we had a Rakano draft going, I would pick the Valkyrie over Outlaw unless I was really starved for twos.
Interesting. I think you might be the most Rakano person I know. Yeah, that being said, we're probably not in Justice, we're definitely not on Fire. How do you feel about Days?
Oh, this has been a point of contention on my stream. People are like, Days is completely unplayable. I'm like, no, I think Days is pretty good. And I've gotten 7 wins with decks that have Days on a pretty regular basis. But that's also because I play super aggressive decks that like are playing Pyro Elementals, you Daze their thing, and you Pyro Elemental, and you just crush them.
Yeah. Well, I'm kind of okay with trying out a Daze right here. I think the alternative would be like a Voyaging Lumen, which is a not exciting like Life Force payoff.
Yeah, it's not fantastic.
And we don't exactly have... Well, I think we might just take a Voyaging Lumen. We don't really have an aggressive deck. I don't know how much we can capitalize on Daze. And Belching Behemoth seems bad.
Yeah, I'm not huge in this.
Yeah. We need to pick up some Hissing Spike Tails to make it worth it.
Yeah.
Huh. Okay. How often do you lose to Cover of Darkness?
How often do I lose? Well, the thing is, I'm usually the one beating down, so...
Oh, you're the one playing Cover of Darkness?
yeah, I'm the one beating people with Cover of Darkness.
I feel like...
I've lost to it a few times, certainly. Take
I
Days
think
and
it's worth
Iron
taking
Sub
here.
by... Wait, we didn't take Days. We took Voyaging Lumen. Jamie, come on. Don't scare
Jamie
me.
is another good friend of mine, so...
Okay.
Yeah, but I like to think that she's just giving shit because she cares.
Okay, got it.
Maybe. I think we just take a... We don't have any, like, strong Justice splashes, do we?
Barricade.
Barricade? Would you splash a Barricade?
I would.
Okay. Actually, yeah, whatever. We'll take an Argenport banner right here. I'm not super high on Cover of Darkness, and...
I don't think it's for this deck.
That's fair. I think this is an easy Dark Return.
Okay.
Dark Return is a great card, and Hissing Spiketail combos with the Belching Behemoth that we didn't take.
No, it combos with the Voyaging Lumen, right?
Oh, this is true, too.
Oh, I guess it combos with both, right?
It's probably still Dark Return.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Although, I guess honorable mention to Direwood Prowler, I think that card is
This card's good. I think this isn't necessarily going to be the right deck. Time doesn't have like a lot of random units you can sacrifice. If you're in Stonescry, this thing does the job.
Oh,
Washpin
yeah.
is
Fantastic.
unplayable? I disagree. I think Washpin is like kind of playable because 3/7's a nice stat line in this format.
Nobody will watch him. Who will watch the Town Watchman, right? Alright, I think Sleeping Drought is unplayable. I think most of these are unplayable. I think.
I agree.
Well,
This
that's
is
not
really bad.
well. Like, yeah, I think like all of the like the Skycrag Banner, the Granite Waystone, the Aerial Ace like might make its way into a deck, but we're not in those colors. We might just take a. I'm okay with just specking out a safe return right here.
Okay.
I don't think we're ever going to play it, but it is a trick, and if we get some really awesome like infiltrate or summon or killer or something like that, we can make use of it.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe a Duskcaller here.
I don't know if you could tell, but I was just checking our threes. Yeah, I think we just need the.
Okay. Yeah, it's not very exciting, but
Yeah.
Waystone here, or do you need a foil Slope Sergeant for your collection? Okay.
Even if I did, I wouldn't use that as a deciding factor.
Fair enough.
I like drafting again. That's my goal in life.
Yep, that's a good goal. Take the Teriax Hatchling right here, right?
Okay.
I mean, I know we were gonna like splash Barricade, but
Teriax Hatchling could be a bear splash.
Teriax Hatchling is quite good, especially with like Living Example and like Dark Return, that kind of nonsense. Oh wow, that's a late Slumbering Stone. Yeah, happy to take that. Yeah. Huh. So I think we're kind of in a weird spot now. We're probably Xenon with, and I think we were leaning towards either like a Primal or a Justice Splash, depending on like what we pick up. I'm really high on Teriax Hatchling personally, so I think that's what we're leaning towards. But we also have better fixing for Justice since we took the Argent Port banner. Anyway, I think this is
there's not a Justice card you'd want to splash here anyway.
Are we not splashing Barricade? Is that dream dead?
Well, I mean, if you're I'm saying in the pack. Yeah. Okay. So.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah. Sorry. I'm just doing a quick recap. You're absolutely right. I don't think there's a Justice. There are literally no Justice cards.
I suppose so. But like, are you thinking about taking the Scouting Party? Is that why you bring it up?
No. Just a quick recap after each.
Okay.
Pack. Yeah, I would probably take the Rapid Shot right here. Xena Banner's like fine, but it's not fixing for us.
We need playables.
Okay. Take a Rapid Shot. Yeah. How many? You did a quick count of our playables. How many are we looking at?
3 drops.
Okay. Yeah, I think like right here, it's probably a decision between the Prowler and the Banner.
Oh yeah. So that's why you. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, like, there's a possibility we just don't splash for Teriax Hatchling.
I think we're going to need to.
Okay. Yeah, we can probably take a Banner right here then, and then maybe we'll just grab like some good Primal cards later on, like a Changey Stick.
Okay. Yeah, we did think that Primal is open in the last pack, right?
That is true. Yeah. God, that was so long ago. We'll take a Banner right here. That's some. These are not bad. I think I'm in for a Dispel right here.
Okay.
I think the first Silence is like really good, and they kind of get like diminishing returns after that.
Yeah, because you need something big after you silence stuff.
Right. Although I guess we do have like a Living Offering. Yeah, let's take a. This looks like a pretty easy Nocturnal Creeper. Yeah, good 2-drop, and it's in our colors. Happy to play it. Huh. How do you feel about? So I guess this isn't really a Desperado deck, but how do you feel about the card in general?
I mean, it does. Okay, so like if you can target color a Desperado, like that's really good. And if you have Cover of Darkness, for example, you can do some neat things with Desperado. I don't think it's insane. Like, it's not Necrotol. But it's, like, I think it's above average for a 3-drop in Shadow.
I think I just learned a lot about you as a Magic player. Necrotol is old school.
Oh.
But yeah, I'm not too excited about it here, especially since we don't have any. I think it pairs well with, like, Primal, if you have, like, Jump Kicks or Changey Sticks or something. Yeah, if we need like the playable, I think we could just take a Bold Adventure right here. Otherwise,
we currently have 4 2-drops.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I'm agreeing with you. I think we.
Oh, okay. Yeah, if you want more, sure, we'll do it. Yeah, because we also have like a Seek Power. We have an Illusion Banner. I think I'd like to pick up one more Primal Source somewhere along the way if we're gonna like splash for it. But
Amber Acolyte would be ideal.
Yeah,
right?
Or like even a Crest or something in pack 4 would be great. But yeah, or a Veteran Strategist. I know how much you like that card.
Yeah.
Take a Bold Adventure right here. That seems fine. It's one of the better 2-drops as well.
Well, we're gonna find out how good Daze is.
Yeah, let's do it. This card is significantly worse in this game than in Magic the Gathering.
It depends
Okay.
on what format you play, right?
Oh, I'm like, I live and breathe Legacy, so
Okay.
that card, yeah, I see that card like more often than close relatives of mine.
Right.
Yeah, this looks like a, I don't know, kind of like Ravenous Storm Beast right here. I think the Oasis Seeker is pretty good. We don't have any like Life Force payoff cards, do we?
We do not. That's exactly why I think that. Well, I mean, we have that 6 drop, right? But I
Oh,
I
boy.
think that we want Thorn Beast. Like the payoff on this
Yeah.
is minute, right?
Right, exactly. It's basically a 5/5 for 6.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll take a Thorn Beast right here. I'm always happy to see that card, or most of the time. Oh wow. Probably, I would give some serious thought to Arc Record Keeper if Sandbinder Sentinel were not in the pack.
Well,
Yeah, that's
yes,
gonna be a
because-
Sandbinder Sentinel.
Yeah,
Because
because
the
they
other
would be
cards are
over the
garbage.
hitting spike tail.
Yeah, this is a Sandbinder Sentinel. Big fan of that card. Well, we could just take a flashy. How many? We don't have any weapons, do we?
Nope.
Yeah, let's take a flashy duelist right here then.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Oh,
perfect.
banner. Yeah, that's probably all we're gonna need. Yeah, we're not playing either of these unless we get some crazy Life Force enablers. But I don't think there are any in pack 4.
Have you heard of a card called Corrupted Umbran?
This is true. Yeah, yeah. Oh, that's another good one. I really hope we see a Corrupted Umbran because I'd like to start a conversation about that card. Yeah, we'll take a Blood Call Invocation. We're definitely not playing the Smuggler Stash.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Yeah, we've got some
Yeah.
choices here.
Yeah, Campfire Watchman. I'm kidding. I'm not. I'm not.
I actually think that Campfire Watchman is not bad. I would prefer Campfire Watchman over the Canary.
I think so too, but it's like I would pick maybe 5 cards before it in this pack.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I have 7 cards. I would even pick the Rune Form over it.
Oh wow. All right. How many wisps do we have?
Nocturnal Creeper?
I guess like Creeper's good.
That's it.
Oh, well, it might still be good. I think a 4/3 for 4 is just a good stat line. And then, so this is a card I've never played with in draft before.
Soulbringer?
Yeah. Are there any like strong wisp? Are there any good wisps in like set 4? I guess there's like Illumination Wisp.
Magenta
one-
Wisp is the one that you really want, right? Illumination
Okay.
Wisp is also very good, of course.
Yeah, and I think it's a bit of a tall order to expect to see a Magenta Wisp like in this pack.
Yeah.
I would bet against it before I bet for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Limited Tenant's also good. I think I'm in for a living example here. I don't think our card quality is like super duper high enough to the point that like buying a card back can be like really great for us.
Okay. And we're like, you can never be sad about first picking a living example.
Right. Also 2 drops. Yeah, easy Blade Whirl right here, I think. Illumination Wisp is fine, but I kind of feel like we're pretty high on 2 drops right now. Plus the Blade Whirl is just really solid all around.
All right, that's really interesting. I would have picked the Illumination Wisp. We can pick the Blade Whirl. Because you're right, we do have 2 drops, and this is replacing a 2 drop that's otherwise fine. And we don't really have anything instead of the Blade Whirl. But I think this card's busted. We can take the Blade Whirl.
Yeah. I don't know. Illumination Wisp is interesting. I used to be really high on that card. Easy Search and Saw.
Yeah.
And then I kept losing games with it, and so it might not be... There might not be a problem with it by any means, but... yeah, I don't know. Just had some bad experiences with it.
Uh-huh.
Okay, how highly do you value crests?
Pretty low.
Pretty low?
Yeah.
Okay.
Jibida, seems good. Glad to have you here. Sorry, I have to fulfill
think-
streamer duties.
Oh, no worries, dude. Must be tough, dude. I could not interact with my audience at the same time I was playing this game.
It's very difficult. It's taken me a while.
Yeah. You seem like you're pretty good at it, though.
I hope so.
So, what's our 2-drop count?
Okay, so we have Flashy Duelist, 2 Living Examples, Living Offering, Nocturnal Creeper, Territorial Elf.
And then Bold Adventure. So it's like
Oh,
7.
I missed the Bold Adventure? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's quite a few already.
Yeah, I think that's plenty.
Yeah, I don't know. I think we might not play some of these. Like, this doesn't seem like a territorial... Well, it might be a territorial elf deck, but like... I don't know. Cabal Standard, I think, is not it's good. Don't get me wrong, but I think it's like it really shines in like aggressive decks where you're attacking a lot.
Yeah.
Actually, that being said, I think we take a standard here because this seems like a deck that can reach a board stall, and then we might just ace space to try and end a game.
Yeah.
And I think Cabal standard like might be pretty good there.
I like this as the pick. I would favor it over fixing because our deck already has pretty good fixing, and I don't think we need like a 2-drop that's replaceable. So like the Cabal standard is replacing a sigil in our deck currently, and I think that's much more valuable than something that's just like upgrading a 2-drop.
So this game really wants to take a Fear Binder.
What do you think about this card?
I have never played it. I think it's bad.
Yeah,
but...
I think it's bad too. I've gotten blown out by it before though.
That's always how you like. That's how they get you. Like they tickle your brain with that, right? You're like, this card is bad, and then you lose to it, and you're like, maybe it's not that bad, and then you play it, and then you lose again.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think there's anything super good here.
So
I don't have any like.
That does not work. You can't do this on your opponent's turn.
That's I didn't even think about that, but that would be sick.
It would.
Yeah, I don't think any of these are gonna make the final cut. But I guess we could take a Gathering Light? Is that yeah, I don't think any of these are gonna make the cut, so it can be a minor.
It's not a card I want to see played against me, as you might imagine. It's like,
Oh,
what,
the
they gain
Gathering
4 life?
Yeah. It's like literally
steal is
time walk.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably a concoction right here. We're not in the other colors. I guess another territorial off right here.
I mean, we're not playing After Image, are we?
God, I hope not. We definitely have a glut of like 2-drops though. Spiteful Lumen.
Yeah, it goes well with our Gathering Lights.
Oh man, Feral Spitling is like the ultimate trap card.
Really?
I don't mean that. I mean trap in terms of like I feel like I picked this card and I always try to build around it, and it's always like, well, I have Feral Spitling and like 2 Radiance.
Oh, okay. I've seen it be pretty good.
Huh.
Maybe not in our deck. We don't have a ton of Lumen, but I've definitely seen it wreck some people.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we're not playing any of these, so you could just take the Spitling, I guess, or the
Okay.
Oh, that's a very late Spear Diver.
Yeah.
Do you like this card?
I like it a lot.
Okay, it might be splashable then.
I think it is. I think if you're talking about splashing Terrax Hatchling, splashing a Spear Diver isn't too different. Okay,
right.
Well, this...
And then a last pick Betray the Cause.
This deck is not the best.
No, I was really hoping for like a Corrupted Umbran or like a Changey Stick to kind of kick off pack 4, but yeah, this one definitely could have been better.
Are we playing Sewer Sludge?
I don't think the card is very good. If we're short on playables, we can like hope the cheese out wins with it, but it's not something I'm happy playing.
Alright, what about Duskcaller?
Yeah. Or Duskcaller or Duskwalker? Or
Caller.
I don't know about that one. I think
Where's that? Where'd the oh, there's the Spear Diver. Past it. Okay.
yeah. Yeah, he's definitely making the cut. We don't have any Nightfall synergy, do we?
Just the Duskwalker. But I mean, even that, it's just like you need 1 turn of it, and that's
right.
Good.
I mean, I don't think that's the worst. We could just play Duskcaller because we need playables. How many units are we looking at right now?
16.
16. Okay, that's quite a few actually. So
not
maybe
bad.
not. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Is the Cabal standard in, or do you typically throw that in with like power?
I throw that in with power at the end.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, we're playing Seek, or I guess Seek Power counts.
I throw that in
sure.
at the end also.
Yeah. Right.
You probably play this Voyaging Lumen, right?
Yeah, we have a thought we had a couple of incidental sources of life gain, but looking at it now, it looks like it's just Surgeon Saw.
Yep.
Okay, whatever. What was the other one I was thinking about? How many spells do we have?
Not many.
Okay. Well,
We
goodbye,
probably
Wormstone.
Want this days.
All right. This is now a
We
day's
have
stream.
5 spells with the Surgeon Saw. Although we do also have the Seek Power as a spell. Okay. If you include Seek Power in Cabal Standard.
Yeah, we also have Death Strike if we want to go down that route.
We might want to.
Because
We don't have a ton of removal.
yeah, yeah. So I think like the Wormstone pick gets a lot more defensible with like we're looking at like 6 spells plus a spellcraft weapon.
So this is 5 plus the spellcraft weapon plus the standard plus the seek power. So that's
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I think Wormstone's a fine fit for this deck then.
yeah.
And we're probably gonna play like 17. Well, I think we can play 18 power with 17 or 18 plus seek power.
Plus
I think
seek
it's a good
power.
spot to be
Okay.
in. Oh yeah, I mean I don't know. I think like 18 is typically what I shoot for, and then like seek power I think lets you cheat that down one. Standards I kind of waffle on them. Half the time I think they like count as power, half the time I think they don't. Yeah, it's just how I'm feeling that day.
Okay. Are we playing Flashy Duelist?
Are we playing Flashy Duelist? I think I would rather play. How many? Yeah, we can play Flashy Duelist. We don't have any like tribute cards, do we?
No.
No. Okay, that's kind of like where I like him the most. Is just
Uh-huh.
trading ways. And
Yeah, because
we
they
can also play like
instantly trade.
yeah. We can also play like Dust Caller or something. Or yeah, the 3/2. Is that what it's? Yeah,
Yeah.
Dust Caller. We can play that. We do have like some Nightfall payoff.
I guess Living Example is kind of a Nightfall payoff.
That's true. Yeah.
Kind of.
Yeah. And then we can just try and cheese wins with like Sewer Sludge. If we're not feeling confident.
So I was surprised that you were so low on Sewer Sludge. I see Sewer Sludge and it's like a 3/4 in play or something.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's just sort of like I'm not a big fan of one drops in general. I think there's a couple of like really there's like some pretty good ones, you know, like I think Minotaur Oathkeeper's pretty good, and I think like Humble Instructor is like very playable in the right deck. But then of course you get like your Oni Rodents and stuff. But then after that, I think like it dips off pretty significantly.
Yeah, I love my 1-drops. I'll play like
Right.
all of them.
I forgot who I was talking to for a moment.
Yeah. So are we playing Waystone in this deck?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Since we have I mean we do have like one payoff, and it's like it's possible this comes back to, you know, hurt us, but honestly I don't know. I think it's easy enough to just run it out before, like if you see like an Arc Record Keeper, you just play the Waystone like before you hit 5 or before you hit Force Influence.
Record Creeper? What?
Oh, sorry. I call it the Lethrai Darkstalker.
Oh, Dark
I'm so
Stalker.
sorry.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, it's a 3 it's a 4/4 for 3, right? They're basically the same thing.
Yeah. So
Um,
are you playing 2 Primal Sigils or 1 Primal Sigil in this deck?
In this deck with 2 Elysian Banners, I think I'm okay with 1.
Okay. So
Yeah.
that's 4 sources for 2 cards.
Yep. Although, that being said, we don't have any double influence costs other than
Sandbinder.
Sandbinder Sentinel. Yeah, we can go up 1's Primal Sigil. I don't think that'll hurt us too much. Especially since, like, Terryx Hatchling very often wants to be cast on 3. So, and then the last one, or I guess, like, we have 1 extra now. We can probably cut a Time Sigil.
This is 9 sources?
9. Yeah.
This is also 9 sources.
Yeah, I mean, like,
Okay.
it's 50-50. There's no, like, Icarias in the deck, no, like, triple J, triple F,
Yeah.
or anything like that, so this should be fine.
Alright, how many wins do you think this deck is getting?
Optimistically, I'm going to say 4.
That's optimistic. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
think
know.
This is like between 3 and 5 wins.
Also, like, aren't you the number 1 drafter right now or something? Like,
No, not anymore. I was
Okay.
ranked 3 the last time I checked.
okay, how good is Isomorphic? Seriously?
I
Like-
have not played Isomorphic in a long time, and that was before he was atop the draft ladder game, like month after month after month. So
I don't know how he does it.
Yeah.
Like, there was that one month where, like, I was floating around in top 5, and I made a really big push. I was, like, number 2 for the longest time. I made a really big push for number 1. And I went, like, 7-1 and 7-2 in, like, multiple drafts, and, like, I could just never overtake this guy.
Yeah.
I imagined he was, like, head and shoulders, like, MMR way higher than everybody else, and, like, it's Isomorphic's world, we're just drafting in it. I don't know. I could never catch up to that guy, though.
Ilya, this is Jesture. You might know him from his drafts he posts on Reddit.
Oh, What's up? I played Iliac earlier today. He had a really sick Xenon mask deck that I got bodied by. Yeah, I like this keep a lot. I can't wait for one of these Terrax hatchlings to die, and then we just Dark Return it for 2/3/2s.
Do you have the chat open?
Me.
Yeah, do you have the chat open?
I do, yeah.
Okay.
I'm not looking at it. I'm clicking on your stream for influence.
Oh,
Funny
okay.
money. Yeah.
You've been described as galaxy hands and cocaine biceps.
Oh, that's third-dimensional elite's my brother. He's just giving me a hard time. Galaxy hands? What does that even mean? So, I think we kind of, like, we just play a Terrax hatchling here, right?
I actually think yeah, okay. I mean,
Well,
so what's your
it's
plan?
like
Are you going to play
the
Terrax
choice-
hatchling into Sludge and then another hatchling, or are you going to dispel next turn?
Oh, actually, that's a good question.
So I
we
think
might as well,
my play is dispel here.
and then go Sewer Sludge Hatchling
Yeah.
next turn. Yeah, I like that. That seems better. Yeah, there's probably a Brightmace Paladin on top of his deck. You know. Man, Sewer Sludge is gonna win us this game, and
Oh, come
oh no.
on.
I mean, it's basically our deck, just with the cards shuffled around a little bit.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, we've got 2 living examples in here. So I guess it's a good thing that we silenced the first one when we did.
Probably.
I don't know. I think like +1/+1 is like really good, and then like okay, so +1/+1 is like obviously good, but like +2/+2 just gets like really hard to deal with,
Yeah.
even on like 1 unit. Yeah, no blocks here. I mean,
It's a fast spell.
there's
too?
no reason to.
Madness. Sky Crew. Okay.
Sky Crew, we're on a clock now.
I mean, Sky Crew's actually one of the cards that we're not scared to see on the other side of the table. At least not right yet, I don't think.
Do we play the? Yeah, okay,
Yeah, we play both, I mean.
right, and it doesn't matter what order we play them in.
Yeah.
Because it's Sewer Sludge. Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I feel okay with this board position. Obviously, Living Example kind of sucks for us, but I think we're in an okay spot. Since it doesn't seem like he's got a clean way to deal with the... Dude, I told you.
Yep.
It's right there. Doesn't seem like he's a clean way to deal with the Terrax hatchlings, though.
Okay, do you attack with one or both hatchlings?
I think I attack with one. Well, I kind of want to leave one back as a chump blocker, and then try and offer it at the same time as the Bold Adventurer. And if it dies, then we can play Living Example into Dark Return into 4/3 Flyer.
Yep. I
Yeah.
agree.
Yeah.
And we can play both next turn, which is pretty sweet.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, for sure.
we know that they have a trick. Yeah, we're going to get quote unquote 2 for 1, but I think it's going to be worth it. Or like 3 for 1. Holy cow.
Yeah. That's
That's good.
yeah. So it's a 1 power trick, right?
Is it?
Yeah, I think that's what I saw a couple turns ago. So like either Sharpened Reflex or Finest Hour, but both of them are pretty bad for us. I think we might just chump block right here
Yeah.
with the Terrax Hatchling and try and get like that value engine running, or not value engine, just the 4/3 flyers. Although I don't really know if we can race them at this point.
That's not a bad one.
Yeah,
Alright, what's your play?
I would play both Terrax Hatchlings right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's also going to grow the Sledge to be a 4/5, which is pretty sweet.
Oh yeah. Whoa, easy sludgy. Yeah, I
It's
think
actually not completely unreasonable to attack, but I don't think we do.
yeah, I think there's still the potential to run into like a Finest Hour or something. We could probably what I kind of like is Blade Whirl on the Sludge next turn, and then just offer that up to block the Paladin.
So are you
So
taking
maybe like,
this?
yeah, just take this hit, and then just like play the Blade Whirl, offer up the Sludge. If he like tries to combat trick out of range, then we block the Blade Whirl the following turn. Huh. Yeah, same play, I think. And I think we might swing with both 4/3s.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you said Blade Whirl on the Sludge, right?
Yeah, so like, there's the
Ooh, I wonder if
possibility.
Does it get bigger first? Okay, good.
Combo.
Yeah, we're doing.
Yeah. Well, there's like a possibility of like a teleport blowout, but honestly, I think I think we kind of have to play into that at this point. Yeah, so I would like block the 6/6 with the 8/6, and it'll probably get like saddle up their finest hour or something.
Yeah, I don't actually like that very much. I think I want to put multiple things in front of this. So if they want to trade with something, they can go ahead and trade with something. But I also want to get this off the board.
Sure. Yeah. Okay. That's a
So,
good point.
Definitely this.
Yeah.
If we think it's Saddle Up or Finest Hour, and if we think it's 2 tricks, we could also put like the Hatchling in front.
I don't. So I mean, saddle up is the most common trick, I think, but
That gets stopped by this.
Yeah, I think I'm willing to bet it's not a saddle up.
Or 2 tricks.
Yeah, or I mean, it might be. Our opponent's like stranded on 4 power, so we could just throw something else in front of it, like the Teriax Hatchling, because we're not doing anything else with it.
If this is Saddle Up plus Finest Hour, we get blown out absolutely.
Oh,
A
absolutely. Yeah.
disgusting amount.
Yeah. So fingers crossed, I guess.
I guess this way, like, we lose the Teriax Hatchling where we didn't have to lose it otherwise. But, like, the 2-1, I don't think is that important with 3-3 on the turn.
Right. With like the 3/3 fly in the air, I wasn't like super high on that card. But okay, I think that's a pretty good indication he doesn't have another trick. So we can like keep that in mind going forward. Ooh, Territorial Elf. Yeah, probably just swing with those two. The Rotocycle blocks really well, so I think we could just, start swinging in the air
Okay.
and try and chip them down that way. We'll probably trade one of the 4/3s away for the 3/4 at some point, but, whatever. That's still 7 damage coming in every turn.
You mean the 3-3? Not the...
Oh, sorry, what did I say?
You said 3-4.
Oh, yeah. No, yeah, I meant the 3/3. Yeah, see, this streaming thing is hard, man. I don't know how you do it. Like, I gotta be held accountable to my words? No way.
Ilya, I think we have to block the 4-4 with Blade Whirl. Unless you want to give up Living Example, which I don't really want to.
Mm-hmm. I think I'm okay with offering the 6/3 for the 4/4. Especially since, like, it's not buffing anything anymore.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Another trick?
Could be another Sharpened Reflex.
Hmm.
We also have to keep in mind that we are on a clock. If they hit 8, we're in a lot of trouble.
Right. Oh, there's our 8th power, just what we were looking for.
Mm-hmm.
Probably just swing with the air creatures again.
All of them?
I think so. I don't think there's a point in holding any in the back at this point.
I agree with that attack.
Yeah. Yeah, so we're on kind of an awkward clock here because I think that Pensive Lumen's going to start hitting like really hard.
Yeah. I think
So
we're probably immediately in chump block mode, which is not good.
Mm-hmm.
The best thing that we could draw is a Surgeon Saw. That would be amazing.
Oh yeah, that'd be fantastic.
Opponent might be flunging here. Yeah.
Oof. Hmm. Yeah, we have to chump block the Pensive Lumen, yeah, and then I guess we just block the Living Example. Sure. So 6 coming in. We know he has 1 trick. Second one.
Yeah,
probably
my
gets
guess
it to him.
my guess is it's another Sharpened Reflexes because they probably would have used the Finest Hour earlier. Oh well, or not.
That's interesting.
Oh, they're actually just
Yeah, like on the guard dog.
Okay. Well,
Oh, that's yeah. Okay. Well, that was disappointing.
Yeah, we had a sweet setup with the Terrax hatchlings.
Sure. I think it was just a little bit too slow for what was going on, but yeah. I'm gonna stick with 4. I think that's
4 wins. Okay.
yeah, 4 wins. I feel confident in that number.
All right.
How do you feel about this deck?
I mean, it's not exciting, but it's not terrible. Like, you can definitely get some number of wins.
Right.
I think that, yeah, like I said, that between 3 and 5 wins is where I would guess. But I also am generally just very optimistic.
Yeah. No, that's fair.
Whoa, Grimfan with a huge raid. Grimfan, did you figure out a rank deck that you like? I'm waiting for your breakdown. Have some peeps. Thanks for the raid, Grimfan. You guys should all go check out Grimfan. Streams a lot of Eternal. Member of Team Eternal Titans. Winner of a ETS a few weeks ago. Cool guy. Great setup.
Creator of Charge Rod.
Creator of Charge Rod. I don't know if he created it, but he certainly championed it.
He didn't create it. He
2
just
top
perfected it.
4s, right? That's very impressive.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm here with Jesture. We are doing some drafts, learning each other's perspectives on the formats and whatnot.
I feel like I've given a lot more perspective on this draft than you have.
Well, yeah, I mean, I guess that is selfish of me. trying to get your opinion, but I mean, if you want my input, go ahead and ask, and I'll let you know.
I mean, I ask you like in your chat sometimes. You know, it's no big deal.
Right, but if there's a position where I ask you what you do and you're just curious about what I do.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Don't be
Yeah,
shy.
I mean, I think yeah, like team drafting, you know, just like back when I like played Magic and stuff or War Magic, but like getting a couple people together and just talking over like drafts, picks and stuff like that and rationale, I thought was always really like a great way to get better at these things.
This hand is amazing, by the way. Do you see this?
I agree with that.
This is going to be attacking as a 3/4. Wait, is that right? Well,
It's a 2/3 into a 3/4 now, right?
Well, okay, yeah, we have to continue curving out, but it will get to that point.
Mm-hmm. All right, 1 mana 3/4. It's like basically a Tarmogoyf.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, so probably a Flashy Duelist right here, right?
really, I think you just play a Duskcaller because it's going to grow this by the same amount, and you can
Oh,
also
that's-
attack
yep.
when you do that.
That is fair. That is fair. Yeah, I had in my head for some reason that Flashy Duelist wouldn't grow it, but you're absolutely right. This is the right play.
If they attack, do we block?
Yeah.
GG Withrow, it's a mystery, but it's based on MMR. So if you beat better opponents, then your hidden rating goes up, and that helps determine. Oh my god, seriously, what's going on?
I think we swing with. No, we probably don't swing with the Duskcaller. Although, yeah, we probably just swing with the play the Duelist and swing with the Sewer Sludge.
I actually like
Or
playing
actually-
with both.
You like just trading it for 2 guys?
Well, I mean, it's really just 1 drop, but like that's holding
Sure,
back the
yeah,
Flashy
yeah.
Duelist, lets us attack. I don't know if I
Okay.
play the Flashy Duelist first, but if we play it, like I think there's a greater chance that they just don't block, which is also
Right.
kind of cool.
Yeah. That's fair. Yeah. I think trading away for the Grenadin Drone seems okay here. Our opponent seems like he's... Oh, wow. So we're not swinging with the Flashy Duelist, right?
Yeah, we're not trading that in for one of these.
Okay.
This one was for- Okay,
Huh.
interesting. Well, we're definitely playing this, right?
Right. I guess the question is, like, are we using Killer this turn?
I
Or
don't
do we
think
just
so.
want to...
Because
Wait
next
until
turn,
Duskwalker.
it can kill the...
The Monster Raptor? Yeah. Yeah, so we play that, and then just, like, Sigil past turn.
So awkward.
Dude, I mean, if you have the option to warp, it's so rarely incorrect to do it, especially, like, in drafts.
Yeah.
Like, Death Strike reads so much better when it's like, give a unit killer, draw a card. Okay. Yeah, I think this is just going to be a Duskstalker or Duskwalker.
And killed the
Yeah,
player
kill
card.
it. Kill the 3/4. Yeah,
That's pretty sweet.
yeah,
Yes, can't attack into a 3/4.
yeah.
Oh yeah, guys, if you guys haven't checked out that's not really a thing. If you guys haven't checked out the draft tool yet, Chemo ET made a pretty sweet draft tool that lets you see the spreadsheet rankings that both me and TDC have on all the cards in Eternal, and yeah, as you draft, it shows up as you draft. It's really sweet. Okay, what do we do now?
What do you think of playing the? So I'm torn between like using the left right blade whirl right now to pump up the sewer sludge, or like saving it for the 2/2 flyer, which I think could be pretty good as well.
Ooh, yeah, that could be pretty good.
Yeah, maybe because I don't think there's a good target for the blade whirl right now, other than to just pump the sewer sludge, which it's already like the biggest thing on the board. So maybe that's not too necessary.
How about this? Slumbering Stone, and then play Blade Roll on the Slumbering Stone.
That seems pretty good too. Yeah, let's go with that. I love these like awkward plays we're making, like
This
Death
is...
Strike past turn, and then Blade Whirl on a guy with Summoning Sickness. Yeah, this seems pretty good though.
That 3/4 is really crimping our style.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Man, if we can Dark Return this sludge, that's insane. It costs 1, it has killer, and it's
Killer.
huge.
Oh my god, yeah. And then we can like Surgeon Saw it later on again.
Yeah.
Although I don't know, this one seems to be going much better for us than the last one was, so game might be over before then.
They're at 10. We've got a lot of attackers on the board. Alright.
There you go.
Yeah, Organic Chicken, so one of the reasons why I didn't want to put a Blade Whirl something that was going to attack that turn is because I thought that they had a Rampage. They had a pause on 2, and Rampage is just, the most common trick that you'll see at in that juncture. So that's why I wasn't too hot about putting it on the sludge, because I felt like it would just get rampaged.
This is a redraw, right?
It's very borderline. It's probably a redraw.
Okay.
Oh man. Every hand with sludge is just like amazing.
Just never punish, dude. Yeah, just have it in your opening 7 every time.
What if this card's just secretly amazing?
I will say my mind has changed about it a little bit.
But you're not giving up your hate on it that easily, is what you're saying.
No, I don't know. I think it's better than I give it credit for.
What do we play here?
Probably I guess it doesn't matter, right? Yeah, we play the elf right here, I think. Because the creeper will still buff it the following turn.
Okay.
Yeah.
People in chat are saying that sludge is really good.
Well, people in chat probably aren't wrong. Because I don't think Twitch chat ever lies.
Oh yeah, Twitch chat never lies.
No.
That if I've learned anything, it's that Twitch chat is always right. Okay.
Yeah.
What's the play here? We're
Probably
holding the
just
secret
the
for sure.
Yeah, probably just play the Nocturnal Creeper and then just... What was the word you used? Flunge?
Yeah, I use plunge when I say attack with everything.
Yeah, just A space, flunge, whatever.
Do you berserk?
I think so. Ooh. I'm kind of okay with trading this guy away for the 3/2, and I think the berserk incentivizes him to block.
Yeah, it's funny how, like, if you actually want your opponent to trade, you just berserk the unit.
Right, and they're like, oh no, like, I probably shouldn't let this through. Like, if you think about it, that makes no sense, you know? It's like, great, he's got berserk, I can just play a bigger unit later on and then block it then.
Yeah, but these factions actually have trouble with the 3/1. I think if you're playing time against time or justice, if the chances that they just drop an Alminair or something like that are too great to make a line like that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fair. Oh, wow. I mean, that's good, but... Oh my goodness. Probably just take a turn off to play Wormstone, right? Do you want to dispel this?
No, I just want to get the elf back.
Oh, interesting. So you would just play Dark Return right here and then play Elf?
Yeah.
It leads to a potentially awkward situation next turn where we don't draw power.
Yes, that would be a bad thing that could happen.
Yeah.
But Wormstone is hella slow. It's so slow.
Sure. Yeah, okay. That seems fine. Dark Return on the Territorial Elf, and then just hope to get there.
I mean, is the elf going to hit them? I don't know, but it adds to the board. Like,
Yeah.
they have to answer it. If they don't answer it, they're definitely dead.
Right.
This is also reckless, so here's hoping that they don't play. I don't know. So like, yeah, they use their entire turn there to play that, and there's a good chance
Right.
that we draw a power that we need. Well, apparently not.
Never lucky. Yeah, I mean, I think Duskwalker is pretty reasonable here.
Yeah, like
We've definitely got, like, power sinks, you know, so if we untap with this guy... Oh yeah, and he buffs the Sewer Sludge. So, like, there's a really good chance we just, like, get to play a Surgeon Saw and, like, a Dispel and hold up, like, Wasp Mana or something.
Yeah,
You know, some combination of those.
honestly, the way this game's going, I don't think that this Wormstone's going to come into play. Sad as this is. Seek plus Duskwalker, we're saving that for... Come on, Elia. For better or worse.
Oh, baby. Did we just win?
We definitely can win this turn, I think. Oh
So
yeah,
he's
we
tapped
just
out.
attack
Yeah.
and just Cabal Tactic.
Well, we put a Surgeon Saw on the Nocturnal Creeper, right?
We don't have to.
Because he's going to go to 6 if he...
No, he's going to 2.
Oh yeah, but he's taking 6. But if we put the Surgeon Saw on the Creeper, then he's just dead.
He's just dead anyway. Oh, I see.
No, you're right.
Well-
no, I'm dumb.
I suppose
Yeah,
without
yeah.
the Cabal Tactic, but Cabal Tactic
Yeah,
is full-on murder as missing matter says.
There we go. Okay. Nice. Congrats on hitting rank 4, dude.
It's been a very up and down week. Up, down. Earlier this week I was actually dual rank 1, which was pretty exciting.
I saw that, dude. Yeah, that's really awesome.
Yeah,
I don't think too many people can boast having been there.
yeah, well, one of the last people who did that went on to win a Pro Tour, so, you know.
Really?
Maybe that's in my near future. Yeah,
Well-
Alan Moo. Do you know who Alan Moo is?
Yeah, the guy, like, I played Legacy, but he was the Death and Taxes guy at Pro Tour
Yeah, at the
25th anniversary.
Yep.
Right on. It's so crazy. Like, some of the, like, I don't know who's who in this game, but then you see people like MTGO Stark and Boss MTG, and you're like, yeah, those are probably like Ben Stark and Tom Ross, you know?
Oh, is MTG Stark?
MTGO Stark? I just kind of
that-
assumed.
Well, I know
I've
that
seen-
I know that Boss MTG is Tom Ross.
Yeah,
And he's tweeted about playing Eternal, so.
Mhm.
Grimfan, his Eternal name is Access. He's not currently active, but I had a few discussions with him back when he was.
But yeah, seems like there's a lot of Magic players playing this game.
Yeah,
and
CBM
understandably so.
CVM recently joined Team Rankstar.
Who is this?
Chris Van Meter.
Oh, right on. I did not know he played Eternal.
I would not be surprised if we had a lot more Magic players playing Eternal coming up.
Yeah, there's kind of an interesting conversation there I've had with a couple of people. Because like on the one hand, there's sort of this idea that like we want to distance ourselves from like that part of our identity because I mean, as Eternal players, we want to distance ourselves from Magic because we want to be like our own game. But on the other hand, like you get so many players just from Magic recognition that I think the two can coexist. Oh god.
Ship.
If we draw 1 power, this is amazing.
Yes.
I feel weird taking these awkward risks on somebody else's account.
No,
But
I
would
don't
keep
care
this.
about. I don't actually care about mirror ranking. I think this is
Okay, sure, we'll keep it. Yeah,
Worst comes to worst, they play a 2-drop, we block with Slumbering Stone, then we get to trade the next turn.
yeah. We got 2/2. Oh,
Never punished.
dude.
Ilya doesn't like
Yeah.
the Death Strike in hand. This hand is missing sludge. Ship every hand that doesn't have sludge. Oh! We're gonna get dunked on.
Yeah, I think we just lose, right?
No, there's no way they can grow that outside of Thorn Beast range before we can kill it.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I mean, like, 5/5 and Death Strike in the same hand is pretty good. Also, yeah, what is this power base?
I was telling the stream earlier how we just get 5/5 and
Yeah, and I don't even think we attack here.
I agree. I was telling chat earlier about how one of my last drafts ended when my opponent on turn 5 played I forget the name of it, Shadowlands Tyrant, the triple shadow card. It's like in the same cycle as World Bear Behemoth. 6/4
Right.
lifesteal, deals 1 to a unit, and then you get to repeat that effect.
Yeah, that card is really good.
Yeah, they played it in a power base where they had 4 different factions on turn 5.
That's... I mean, more power to you if you can make it work, but that is... I would never do that.
Alright, what are we doing here?
I think we just kill the sewer sludge, right? He's probably going to get a scout out of his advanced scout,
Do we
and I
attack?
think I'm kind of okay with that. Yeah, actually, I think we would... I think this is a good attack.
Okay.
Are we playing around Finest Hour or like Torch or anything?
Finest Hour would be pretty bad, but we get to see if there's a Finest Hour because Death Strike will check for pauses.
Sure. Okay, yeah, so we just kill the sludge right here.
Yeah.
And then next turn we can just start swinging with the 5/5.
Yeah, we can even make this a 5/2. I don't know if we do that. Because, like, they probably attack here. They can attack here also. If they don't have a blocker, or if they have a really high-profile blocker, then we could actually just berserk the Territorial Elf.
Yeah. I'm pretty okay with that. I mean, if he's trading away for a 2-drop, like, he's still, you know, a 2-drop trading for a 2-drop. That's not that bad.
You guys are talking about... Oh, I don't like that. That was a very tempo-positive play.
Where's our Dark Return?
Okay, what do you
I guess we'd have to find a way to kill it. Yeah, I think we just play the Blade Whirl on the 2/2 and then swing with the 5/5 and the 5/2.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Please don't have an Island's Choice. Or Lightning Strike.
Or Finest Hour.
Yeah, they were talking about Magic versus Eternal. I like Eternal's just a much more enjoyable gaming experience.
Yeah, kill the sludge.
Yeah, definitely. Like I tried to play Magic online and it's just like driving me nuts. Also, Magic has that horrible situation where you can be flooded and screwed at the same time. Like, I had 3 red spells in my hand, but only 1 mountain, and I just kept on drawing planes. That was not... I was not happy about that.
It's the quintessential Magic experience. Oh, wow, that's great for us,
wow.
right?
Okay. Yeah, we just get the
Well,
Thorn Beast.
so question, do we wait for him to play something bigger? Like, we could just swing out right here and then play the Dust Caller? Because I don't really think we need to use Killer on a 2/2 or a 2/1.
Well, that's a good point. So you just want to trade these off, is what you're saying?
Yeah, or at the very least, just like swing in, play Dust Caller. Yeah.
Do you think I
fine.
show the Dark Return or just not play it yet?
I think you don't, because we have a really good target. Like, we have a target that we can, like, play in the same turn that we cast Dark Return. Right, so, like, ideally he would play something like a 5/5, or something big enough to contest the Dust Caller, and then, like, we just grab back the Ravenous Storm Beast, and then killer it away.
Okay. Let's hope that comes together. I mean, even if it's like a 7/7, we can sacrifice this in order to kill it.
Right. Now this is getting awkward. Maybe we just grab the Thorn Beast back now, just to push damage.
Yeah. So that's the line I would have taken. I would have just taken the Thorn Beast and.
Sure. Yeah.
And just played it just because it's huge and demands an answer. And if they, if they play a smaller unit, then we just, use the killer on it.
Just eat it, yeah.
Are we attacking into that?
Dude, we have won every game we've drawn Sewer Sludge. Yeah, I think it just A space here.
Interesting.
Well, because I think, like, he'll probably block the 3/2. So play the Sewer Sludge.
So here's my case for not attacking. We don't want to see a pump spell on the other side of the board, right?
Oh, that would
be bad. We can just totally ignore this Sky Snapper. It'll hit us for 3 a turn, sure. But, like, if we ignore it, we can just, attack for 9, they're dead. Granted, it's a higher payoff if we just attack now and they have nothing. But I just think that our life total means nothing in this situation.
No, that's a good point. Yeah, I kind of like to get things off the board to play around like spellcraft and nonsense like that, but I think our position's so far ahead that
actually change of stick would totally wreck us. Okay, let's attack. Convince me. So are we coloring?
I don't think we need to.
Okay.
Yeah, like, cause I mean, I don't know. If he plays a changey stick on it or something, we lose the killer ability. No big deal.
Well,
and if he does it, like if he plays something bigger right here, because we do have lethal if we play like Scorpion Wasp, and then untap kill or something.
Wow.
Oh,
Soul Read.
I mean, we still win this, right?
Yeah.
I think no blocks because you just have lethal on the crackback, right?
I have lethal either way.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. Yeah, block it, I guess.
Actually, I think I'm going to not block. Like,
okay.
I shouldn't have played this, but like the way we get punished is if they have a removal spell for this, and then the extra bodies.
Sure.
Our life just totally doesn't matter.
Yeah. I love how we're like splitting hairs over these corner cases, and the other guy's probably just holding a sigil.
These things matter. Like, this is something I really like about the What's the Play series, is that like these are things that, you're taking a situation that's either good for you or bad for you, and you're not really changing, like, based on what the play is. It's not really making it, like, way better or way worse, right? But there's, like, things to consider, and I think that those percentage points do matter. Like, cutting off one turn from someone's clock, that could be a 5% chance and, like, 5% difference in whether you win or not.
Yeah, 100% agree with you. Like, even if it didn't come up in that game, I still think it's like you should absolutely be playing your best and as tight as you can all the time.
I agree with Amor that I do not like tier lists.
I don't like what?
Tier lists. But I think they're talking about Super Smash Bros. So I think we have to give up on the standard, unfortunately.
Sure. Yeah, we've got some really good 5-drops. Although, if he tries to get like cute with the Granite Motive, we could deal 14 next turn.
So you want to play Territorial Elf?
I think Territorial Elf has higher upside, yeah. I think you just ace. Never mind.
Oh, shoot. You want to attack there?
I kind of like baiting out an attack from him because I think it leads to a bigger blowout with like Territorial Elf the following turn. But this is also fine.
Yeah, but then they get to develop, and I don't really like that.
Sure.
Vulpine, I would not say it's a linear scale. Well, I don't even know what a linear scale means when you're talking about draft tier lists. Like, it's really difficult to put that on a graph, right, of how good a card is. And also, you have to keep in mind that all those ratings are subjective. Like, Spire Sellsword is sometimes better than whatever else you're thinking about playing. Well, okay.
Yeah, we just let that through, right?
I mean, yeah, we don't have a good block.
I think you just rapid shot push damage right here.
Really? Why not just play left right blade roll if I want to push damage?
Okay, so if that's 14, 17, 18, 19. And then you can also play the flashy duels in the same turn.
But I can also just play blade roll.
Yeah, okay, that seems fair.
Yeah.
It's like slightly less damage, but yeah, it also helps develop the board a little bit more.
Yeah, and I have a rapid shot for the next turn.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Just trying to figure out how to convert the ratings. Oh, yeah, it's really difficult to say Vulpine, and it doesn't help that we don't agree on cards to begin with. So it's like really, really fuzzy. I don't know.
I think it's kind of fascinating, honestly. Like, I don't know. When I first started playing Eternal, like the first resource I found was like Flash's tier list, and then like after a while, kind of exploring a little bit, I found your tier list, and it's like this is wildly different. But then like the more you keep playing, the more you're like, neither of these are wrong. They're just like different ways of looking at the same game.
Yeah. Well, that's why draft's so cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, kudos to Direwolf Digital. They've put together a really deep draft format.
Yeah, the same could not necessarily be said about set 3. I don't know if you drafted that much. Or
I actually, I started playing at the tail end of Dusk Road. And when I got into draft, I thought it was the coolest thing, and I was like, this is amazing. Why does everybody hate set 3?
Yeah.
Then the moment set 4 dropped out, I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, set 3 was terrible.
Sets 1 and 2 were also quite good draft formats.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've heard really good things about set 1 drafts. Set 2 I heard was just people playing like 3.5 to 4 color decks with all the strangers.
Yeah, well, here's the thing. So the reason why set 2 draft was so interesting from my standpoint is because you have all these opinions of cards in set 1, right? Like, so 7/7 Overwhelm for 7, right? How good is that card? Well, it totally depends. How fast is the format? Like, I think in this format, that card, I think it might still be good, but I'd like to play against that card, right?
Yeah, it's like a reasonable top end.
Yeah.
If people are playing Arachnodons, I think they'd play like a 7/7 for 7 with Overwhelm.
Yeah, so I think that in set 1 it was like kind of playable but not good, and then set 2 was great just because the format was so much slower. So like the fact that it just took all of the ratings you had in your head and turned them upside down was super cool. Even though there weren't curated packs back then, it was just set 1 and set 2.
Right. Yeah, I mean, we've kind of seen a little bit of that as well, where you have cards like, for example, Frontier Confessor was like
I have that
really good. Yeah, I thought it was really good in set 3 draft, and then like I think the power level really shot up, and obviously the Gunslinger synergy stopped mattering, which is like a really big reason to play Frontier Confessor. And then I think the back heavy stat lines with like more toughness or more health than like attack gradually became better and better as like we moved into set 4. So I mean, like I still think Archive Curator is like a really good card, and like Frontier Confessor is like comparable in a lot of ways, but I don't know what it is, but every time I play the card, it just feels so much weaker.
Well, a 1/4 flyer in this format's a lot better than a 3/2. Okay, so in this format, I think there are two things that happen a lot. I think there's a lot of attacking for 2 and a lot of attacking for 4. Frontier Confessor is bad against both of those, right? You don't want to have your 4 drop for something that attacks for 2, and it can't block something that attacks for 4.
Sure.
So, like, in that sense, Archive Curator, at least it blocks the thing that attacks for 2, and it also blocks all the flyers that often attack for 2 as well.
Right.
So, like, I don't know. The silence, I think, is a lot less important. That size is just, like, so much more important in this format than it has been in past ones.
Yeah. Also, like, spellcraft, weapons, great with flyers. We keep, right? It's got Sewer Sludge.
I don't think I
that's
keep this.
That's
okay.
not a keep.
Yeah, I was looking away while the hand loaded up. Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, it's unkeepable. This is also kind of awkward.
If we draw perfect, it's amazing.
Oh yeah, just an Elysian banner right here.
Ooh. Well, that's part
like
1.
Pretty close. Yeah. That's like the tougher color to secure, but now we can't play Bold Adventure.
Ooh, they get to play a 2/2 this turn.
Sure. What do you think of Journey Guide? I can't imagine you're too high on that card, actually, now that I think about it.
I actually think it's reasonable. It can make the time decks really work. It has diminishing returns. Oh my goodness.
Dude, look at what in the... That's beautiful right there.
Yeah, people have said that people have mentioned that I might be on the whitelist, and I think they're right. Okay, what are we doing here?
I think this is just a hatchling, right?
Yeah, being able to block this would be nice, but like I think we just develop our hatchlings, then eventually we'll be able to block whatever's on the ground.
Right. I don't even think we need to block this. There's not like a pressing need to like trade it away and immediately dark return it back for value. Because like once we play a bold adventure, it kind of like stifles that attack.
Yeah, it makes the 2/2 not really mean very much.
Right.
I'm really low on this card. I don't know how you feel about it, but I think it's.
I mean, I'll play it in the same deck as Manufacturer, and like that's about it. Although the draft deck I released today, or the draft video I made today, had a Sheriff Marley and a War Painter, and it was gross. It was just like 2/1s with Aegis all day.
Does sound
Couldn't get through
good.
that.
Do you want to link it in chat? People
Yeah,
are
sure.
interested in checking out some draft stuff.
Sure thing. Yeah, so for anybody who doesn't know, I put up a draft video every Wednesday morning. And yeah, I don't know. Some of them are more interesting than others for sure, but I definitely think this week's turned out pretty well. I try to branch out a little bit because I think my general, what do you call it? Like, my general modus operandi is just to draft like big fat time creatures.
Please tell me that they're dead. I didn't do the math. 8 times 2
Whoa.
is 16. Okay, they're dead.
Jeez. I look away for a second and this happens?
Yeah, this was a pretty crazy game. Like, they've got us into the gun. I know they have a fast spell.
No, that's... yeah. There's no 0-mana fast spells in the game, right? Yeah, there you go. Dude, Sonny, I was away for like 10 seconds talking about my draft video.
Yeah, that entire game happened. That was a sweet game.
Yeah. Alright, so I was wrong.
Well, 5 wins. We have
Yeah.
gotten very fortunate in this draft, though. I mean,
Like, on the one... like, I get that, but we also had some, like, clunkers of starts, too. Like, that first game was pretty bad for us, I think.
which
Or,
is
was this
our
the second game?
loss.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, maybe you're whitelisted. I'm not... I'm not gonna argue against that anymore.
This is a kids don't try this at home moment, right?
Yeah. Like, I don't know. When I started making, like, draft videos, I tried to, like, do very, like, fundamentally sound things. And after a while, I was just like, you know what? I'm just gonna do whatever I would normally do. And then, like, I end up with all these, like... Because, I don't know. I think one of the things that people don't realize about draft is, like, a lot of it is just play skill, you know? Like, I think you're a very technically sound player, and that's responsible for, like, most of, like, these wins with what we call, like, a pretty mediocre deck.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's just, like, so much room to misplay. But if you're, like, a good player, then you can get away with, like, you know, a lot of medium decks, taking them up to, like, 7 wins.
They don't reach 7 wins very often. But, yeah, I think that... So, 2 things that I think are true for draft. I think the best thing you can do is get better at your game. And the second thing you can do is play slower. I think, just generally speaking, that if everyone did that, they would get so much better.
Yeah, definitely agreed with that. Playing slow or like playing too quickly is responsible for like it is like the greatest killer of draft runs, like by percentage. If there was somehow a way to measure that, I think most of my draft, like most of the games I lose are just from like dumb mistakes.
You think so?
That could have been easily been avoided. Like mine personally. Well, I don't know. So like I think the
ones that you
variance
feel
isn't-
like you could have done something differently is just like a dumb mistake. I mean, obviously there are going to be games where there's just like nothing you can do, right? But
right,
so you're
and
saying
it's like, you know, I think like outside of we'll put it this way. I think like outside of like just those kind of dumb variance games where you're like get stuck on 2 shadow and have a Terry-X hatchling in hand and don't draw any more power for the rest of the game, then other than that, I think I feel like I make a lot of mistakes. Probably send it
yeah, I think this
back.
is a redraw.
Yeah, it's probably better than our redraw from last game. Weirdly enough. Oh, this is good though.
Yeah, this is good.
Big fan of this.
Yeah, Grimfan, they add up. If you are making tight plays turn after turn after turn, you will get rewarded for it, and I feel like that's kind of my MO. At least I hope so. Like I can talk about tight play and release all these what's the play articles, but ultimately, there's no actual. Ooh.
Wow. Yeah, I think we ran a living example right here.
Really, they had to pause at 1, unless it's like.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. Living offering then. Yeah, I missed the pause, but if there was one, then I think you just let it go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, so as I was saying, I say a lot of conceited things, like mostly in jest. I'm not actually that arrogant most of the time. Oh, they discarded the temper. Sweet.
Dude, rewarded.
Yeah.
Good catch on that pause.
Do
we run out of Seek Power? I think we do, right?
Yeah, I mean, it kind of sucks if we draw a Wormstone, but we still have the Dark Return, so...
Right.
Let's do this.
Yeah, there's not really a reason to attack.
You have the right to be conceited. I think I was talking the other day about how, I have a hard time watching, like, videos and streams and whatnot, because people's play mistakes drive me up the wall. And that's just, like, another, like, super conceited thing to say, but, man, it's kind of true.
I mean, if it's... So, I've got kind of a backwards view on this, but I've always felt like you can be conceited if you have, like, the results to back it up. Which is, like, a horrible way to think about things, but it's like, I don't know, if you ever talk to somebody who's just better than you at something, and they disagree with you, it's like, what do you say to that? It's like, well, yeah, you're probably right, because you know this better than I do.
Yeah,
so,
but that's, like, not the person I want to become. And, Grimfan,
right.
Actually, I've been noticing that you've gotten much better in the past, like, since you started streaming Eternal again, you've gotten much better. And I've definitely, like, in some of your past streams, like, over the last month, I've definitely learned stuff about Ranked that was valuable. So don't be so hard on yourself.
I know Grimfan's been around for a while, but I haven't. But I will say, Grimfan, I'm a big fan of your stream. It's one of the, I don't know, Sunnies I really enjoy, Grimfans I really enjoy, Mono S I really enjoy, but I think you do a really good stream, dude, so I don't know what it was before, but it's going well right now.
I mean, my guess is he was just rusty, because he played
Oh, I see.
Yeah,
okay.
He played a lot of Eternal a while back. We're just kind of going the slow way here.
I mean, progress is progress.
Yeah, they've got 5 cards in hand. They're all action, and they like they're gonna draw something. I suppose they've drawn power the past few turns, but they're gonna draw something with Tinker at some point. Okay. Yeah, I don't know, Prelimsky, but that actually had nothing to do with me. Maybe it just has a different title or something. What do you like here?
With a 4/4? I think we just block with the 0/2. Like, if he had more fast spells or more tricks, I feel like he wouldn't offer this.
I completely agree. I mean, I think this card is fantastic. This is, like, you know, a card that you would expect me to really like. But, I think that based on that attack, based on them offering the trade, they probably don't have anything too good.
Right. We don't have any good units in the yard, do we? I guess like a Slumbering Stone and that's it?
We could get that back, but I would rather get back, like, the Gargoyle.
The flyer, sure.
To make it a 3/3.
Yeah, or if we get like a Ravenous Thorn Beast or something.
What?!
Yeah. Do we flunge here, right? Like, we gotta get that Rizan off the board.
Yeah. For a card! Monster. God. There's no way they actually block with it, though, right?
I don't think so either, but I also don't see us winning this game if he doesn't block it. Although we get some pretty good value out of this Cabal tactic, which is pretty sweet.
Yeah, so I think I want to keep this alive.
Oh, we should keep the Living Offering. Then we can silence him.
Yeah.
I did not think
just realized we can do that.
Yeah, oh
well.
God. Yeah, so probably the
we're
Living
gonna
Offering.
lose the Living Example, which, had I sequenced right, I think I would have done differently, but...
I did not. I completely forgot we could silence it, so that's, yeah.
This looks so much like a Rage Ace base. Yeah, it sure does. Yeah, we drew that Cabal tactic right in time.
Right.
Okay. I still just Dark Return the flyer, right? The other thing I could do...
Is it an argument for living example? Yeah. Well, so it's like a
No,
3 times
I don't
block,
think
right?
there's an argument for living example. I think like Duskcaller actually has an argument just because it's Nightfall and it's kind of big. But I think I'll just get the flyer. It's a
Get the
3-turn
flyer,
block.
yeah. Or if he doesn't play unit next turn, that's just lethal, right?
I think that's unlikely. Like, very
Sure.
unlikely,
Yeah.
but, you know.
Yeah, that that definitely should have been a sacrifice the living example instead of just flunging there, but I think that works out well for us.
Well, no, I think we would have done that anyway. I think the play was to Dark Return first, just to make it bigger. Okay.
Sure, but we also should have held back living example.
Yeah. I don't think I need to attack the 2-3.
No, definitely, yeah. I think, like, well, both of these threaten to trade with the Silenced Rizan, and both of them threaten to get rid of the Arbalest.
That is not the block. That's for sure.
Yeah.
They have
Good
to
thing
have
our Fortune.
something.
Good thing our Fortune doesn't have Reckless, right?
I know, right? In hindsight, we could have left the example back. I think the example did its job. I think I just should have Dark Return first. Yeah, Grim Fan, that's the line we should have done. We should have just Dark Return first, and somehow I missed it.
Probably just swing with a 2-3, right? Yeah. Because he's got to double block that.
Yeah. Chump? I like Chump.
Yeah, Chump is great for us. So is blocking with Renegade Valkyrie.
Yeah. So is them taking damage.
Yeah.
That's why we made the attack. There's no bad outcome.
It's a win-win-win situation.
That's some damage.
Yeah, was that 6? 4-turn clock.
That's a really aggressive attack.
That's a lot of power. I think we just still offer up the 2-3, right?
I don't think so, because it holds both their units back. Yeah, we need Dispel, or we need a Terrax Hatchling, or
I think I like that attack, because I feel like we're pretty close to be within, like, striking distance.
But what striking distance are we talking about? Like, if
Like,
this
I still
trades
don't
with
think-
these, what's the benefit for us? Oh my god.
Okay, yeah. That's fair. I guess I was thinking, like, find a way to get rid of the blocker and start swinging, but we have no removal in this deck, so... Also, that's lethal, yeah.
And that was a bummer, because we were in a really good position, then we got hit by Rezon.
Turns out, Rizan is pretty good.
Yeah, they even had the lifesteal for Rezon. Did that end up
Yeah.
mattering? I guess not. But...
Yeah, he would have been at, like, 5 instead.
yeah, and we couldn't push through that damage. I don't even know if we could push through any more damage than we did in that game.
Sure. Yeah, that's unfortunate, but sometimes you run into Bob Legendaries and they get you. So what are we now, 5 and 2?
5-2, yeah.
Okay, it's not bad at all.
Elia says, take that shit back to Constructed.
I have a, so I'm atrocious at sealed. I say atrocious, I mean, like, I never break top 500. So
What
maybe not that
record is
bad.
that?
It's like, I think I'm averaging between 6-4 and 7-3 every week. And so it's like some combination of those. And then it always puts me like just inside top 1,000.
Yeah,
Where that's going
I mean, you
is-
have to- there's definitely some variance involved. I mean, like, if you have a good deck, you have a good deck all month, and it's insane. The
Right.
Wily Fox, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the stream.
All I was gonna say was I've pulled 3 legendaries like in sealed this month, and like I still just cannot break like, you know, I can't get like a 9-1 week or like a 10-0 week or anything like that. So I think like I'm just whatever I'm like blacklisted or something if you're whitelisted.
I think an interesting thing about Sealed or League is that you have to be super duper patient. Like, I had a really interesting game on stream the other day where we were playing against someone that had Surgeon Saw, and they put Killer on a Teriax hatchling, and they had infinite time to play the Saw. Like, the game kind of stalled out, but they just never did it because they were waiting to hit on the hatchling with Killer.
Wow. Huh. Sounds like it's tough to beat, but
Who was that? Yeah. That was a really well played game, and I lost, but I enjoyed it. Keep or Mull?
I think this is close enough to a keep, to be honest.
Yeah.
I think like 2 drops, and then we have both of our influence requirements.
Yeah. Well, our main ones.
Oh yeah, there's a primal too. Forgot about that.
Tells me yes. The answer to your question is yes.
Okay. Cool.
Do we just lead with the Flashy Duelist and hope they don't have a blocker?
Yeah.
Or actually, we just probably lead with that because
yeah.
we want to trade it and
this
can stick around and do stuff.
The Living Offering has like utility going later into the game, whereas like I think the Flashy Duelist is really at his best on, and like only good on turn 2. I shouldn't say only. He's fine in other places, but like the Living Offering can like silence stuff later in the game. Yeah. What are we watching out for? Like Guard Dog, maybe?
Guard Dog's annoying.
Yeah, but I think it's okay. Oh, that's quite good. It's that Death Strike. What do you think about playing Living Offering and Seek Power?
I think I just want to play Wasp.
You want to play Wasp? Okay.
There's no way they don't attack, right?
No. I can't imagine.
But you're saying you want to get the Duskwalker down.
Yeah, but I think this is also pretty reasonable because the Warcry triggers can. Oh.
I'll probably still do it.
Yeah. That is one contingency I didn't consider.
Yeah.
When saying they would not attack with it.
Alright.
Maybe. I kind of like playing the Thorn Beast here.
And just as a 3/3?
Yeah, we're definitely not giving up the Wasp. And I think we're going to try to find a way to use Death Strike on the Duskwalker. Yeah. Like, our 4/4 can take down either of those.
Oh.
So.
Okay, because I was thinking I could use it to kill the Vigilante.
Oh. Yep. That's probably good too. Do we need to kill the Vigilante though? Like, given that we have the Scorpion Wasp?
Maybe not.
Yeah.
Deadly plus Quick Draw is not a fun time though.
Sure. That doesn't seem like a... Yeah.
I didn't see a pause there.
Yeah.
Glimpse into worlds beyond.
Alright, I think
Yeah, I'm personally a fan of running out the Duskwalker, but, well, yeah, I think that's correct. Just giving us, like, 6 power to work with next turn seems pretty good.
Yeah.
Also, if we didn't see a pause, we can block the Trigger Man like this, which is good.
Yeah, well, I mean, they're just not going to attack.
Right,
thing.
like, if they attack here, I don't think we block it. But if he doesn't have a trick, I think this can dissuade him from attacking.
Yeah. This is not the best position.
For us?
Yeah.
I think it's fine.
So, you want to, assuming nothing dire happens, you want to put the Death Strike on the Duskwalker?
Yeah. Because my thought was we can start swinging with it after that. Although now that the Rooftop Vigilante's gone, let's see. It doesn't really change anything, does it?
That was weird. No fast spell? Okay. I'm not quite sure what that was.
Yeah, but I think we play the Death Strike on the Duskwalker, kill the Trigger Man. Yeah, and then we can play like both 2-drops right now.
Yeah.
Cool.
Alright, that worked out.
Yeah.
And then we just attack with 2/2s.
Yeah, or even the 4/4.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Attack.
I'm fine trading it away for like 2 3/2s, but I don't really want to trade like the Thorn Beast into a 3/2, for example.
Yeah. So, Ilya, to your point, ooh, okay. I definitely block one of them.
Are there any? Yeah, I think that's.
We could
Yeah,
get
I was thinking about.
totally
Yeah.
punished by a Knight of Sorrow or whatever it's called.
Yeah, but I guess we have the silence as well for what that's worth. So.
That's not really going to be enough. But I do think I want to keep the silencer around.
Yeah. We can handle like a Knight of Sorrow with tribute though. You know.
Eventually, it's not... Okay, that's...
That's fine.
Alright, what's the play?
Yeah. I think we can afford to maybe.
Do you want to attack here?
Yeah, I like the attack with the Duskwalker for sure. But then like I don't think we need to silence it. I think we could just play the Rotor Cycle and then like
We're definitely playing
Hold-
Motorcycle this turn. I think we're playing
Right.
the Blade Whirl on Motorcycle. Question is
Yeah.
if we want to silence this turn. I actually think that I want to silence this and hold these back. And then, well, actually, if
Why-
I think...
Why would we hold them back though?
Yeah, okay. I think this
Like,
is a
if you
race
silence
we can
it.
win.
Okay, I see. Yeah, so we attack with the 4/4. It's like basically a free attack. Because there's no way he blocks this.
The
Yeah.
problem is we don't have good blocks, so we're taking 6 on the way back. And that's something that concerns me. But that being said, like we'll have a 5, we'll have them dead in 4 turns in the air, and they'll have, you know, stuff that's stonewalled by our 4/4.
Right.
Why not Thorn Beast? Are you bluffing the 3/3? Well, the thing is, I think that something big on the ground is going to be answered pretty easily here, and I think that that buff is going to go to waste. Stalwart Shield.
It's pretty good.
We
I don't. Do we
Double
trade
block.
with 3/2?
no, I don't think so. I think we want to double block the 4/7.
Oh, okay? Like next turn. Okay, yeah. It's like the Rotor Cycle and the Thorn Beast. Doesn't seem very good.
Oh yeah. Ooh. Oh
Um,
my god, that is.
No, we gotta get back the Duskwalker, right? It's got killer. Like that's just so much value.
Okay, so Blade Whirl this turn.
Yeah, Blade Roll this turn, and I think we're okay double blocking the
Yeah, because they're gonna.
Purge Leader. Yeah.
Okay.
So like even if he has a trick, like it kind of sucks for us because we don't get to kill it, but then we get to like Surge and Saw, bring back the guy with killer as a 5/5
Yeah, I think
with Lifesteal.
I'd prefer them to have a trick than to have, say, removal spell for a Rotorcycler or Darkstalker.
Right. Yeah, but either way, I think we're in a pretty good spot right now.
It's gonna be Vice Preserve. Preserve? The RER, man. Preserve?
Preserve.
Oh, yeah. You're talking about how... Yeah. So Constructed doesn't have a ton of play to it when you're talking about an established meta and established deck lists. I will agree with you that, Ilya, but I think a huge part about doing well in Eternal is just about having the right deck for the metagame. That is not the best for us. That's going to be... Oh, that's going to be able to take down our 5/2 too. Fuss... Is it what?
I think we still offer up the same block we had last.
Oh, I...
Yeah, we talked
100%
about,
agree.
yeah. Mm-hmm. I don't think we need to worry about Wormstone at this point. Like, we can probably just... Well, okay, never mind. So I was thinking we could buff it out of Arbalest range, but then we can't get past the 3/2. We could...
We can buff this up past the Arbalest range, and then we could just, like, attack with the Thorn Beast. Like, we could just offer the trade with the Thorn Beast, then put Surgeon Saw here, and then they can't kill it.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Yeah, I'm kind of okay with that. Yeah, I feel like...
Because he's going to trade, because they're going to be
Right.
like, I need to
Yeah,
kill
he wants to
him.
keep the Arbalest alive, yeah. Cool. Pump up to 6/3. Grab back our Duskwalker. Seems pretty good.
Yeah. Granted, well, actually, there's not a whole ton that can, survive against the Duskwalker. So we're going to be able to swing with the Blade Whirl unless they kill it.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, agent.
Sure. Do we just kill her? No. Yeah.
No,
Okay.
there's no reason. Like, that Arbalest doesn't do anything.
Sure.
Double Nightfall kills weapon? Yeah, but we just attack here. I mean, I think that... Well, we could play the Wormstone here, but...
I kind of like Wormstone, yeah.
Okay.
I don't really think there's a reason to play the Duskwalker out.
Sure.
Like,
I mean, it
I
does
know.
attack for 5, like that.
Right. We were in a
is the
similar
thing.
situation earlier, and it was like, I
Right.
thought about holding back versus, like...
Okay, but like
You want
that
us
is
to probably
something
go
that
out.
we can definitely kill.
Yeah. So, like, use Killer here, yeah. Dude, have we triggered this Wormstone, like, once this game?
We can this turn if we want.
I think it's just better to hold it for the Duskwalker.
I mean, yeah, okay. They
Right,
have to have
like
something
this-
good here to like not just take lethal. I don't know. That might be a little too conservative. I don't know.
It
A
is very
sweeper-
conservative.
A sweeper is one way that they beat us, right? They play
Right.
sweeper, and this plays around it. This is bad against if they have just like, I don't know, one of those gigantic Valkyrie with all sorts of abilities.
Mm-hmm.
I think I want
Yeah.
to trade.
Plunge. Yeah.
Don't want to mess around with Corrupted Umbran. I've seen that do
Right.
way too many nasty things.
Mm-hmm.
Just Dark Return.
Yeah. And then just have all sorts of all sorts of ways to lethal.
Yeah. Alright. Well, trying to continue to play tight even as the game goes on. I'm going to take a quick break. I'm going to run to the restroom and we can continue it after that. Can you stay on for another like hour or so?
Oh yeah, absolutely, dude. Although I'm going to grab some water as well, but I'll be back in a sec.
Okay.
Dude,
The
you leave
best.
your Twitch chat hanging, dude. 6 and 2, you're like, alright, let's take a break.
Alright.
Alright. What's up, you guys? How's it going? Yeah, dude, Ilya, we had a pretty sick game today. I don't know if you remember. I was on Skycrag aggro, and I kept trying to get you to trade away your Initiate of the Sands, but you would not bite. And then Lumen Defender, Talir, Vodacon, so on and so forth. So, oh, nice, Lobster. Hope that's going well for you. Yeah, you guys all watching Sunny. This dude's really flipping good at draft, so I can only imagine you guys are all really good at draft too, right? Yeah, the Lumen Defender was super interesting because that's like an inclusion I've never seen before. But honestly, like that card is really, really tough to get around for like any fair decks.
So who's the
Good
gate?
stuff, Lobster.
Alright, are you ready to go into the last game?
Yeah, I It's a bit late over here. I decided to grab some dinner, so here we are. Yeah, dude. This one went super duper well. This draft, I mean. And I know it's not over, but, like, this is going way better than I thought it was going to.
Yeah, I mean, any deck that gets to 6 wins is success in my mind.
Is that, like, where you draw the line? Like, you call 6 wins a success?
Yeah, I had a draft that went only up to 5 wins last night, and I was really pissed off.
Okay. That's interesting. 5 is, like, where I draw my line, so, like, if I go 5 and 3, I'm like, yeah, that was okay. You know?
I mean, honestly, the line should be at, 3 or 4, right? Realistically, like, if you win 4 games, that's winning more than you're losing. But
right.
I'm just such an entitled person.
I mean, I don't know. We're all gamers. I totally get it. I think, like, everybody who's, like, reasonably good at a game, or, like, yeah, a game is going to be, like, pretty competitive. So I think it's pretty normal to, like, set high standards for yourself.
But here's the thing. The entitled, personality trait that is what pushes me to, like, declare a draft is only good if I get 6 wins is also the thing that, like, super frustrates me about people on the posting on Reddit being like, DWD is really stupid because they haven't nerfed Stand Together yet. And I don't know, like, those types of posts are generally just because, like, card X is defeating my favorite deck Y, and like, that's the reason I'm upset, rather than for some, like, actual thought out reason about healthy metagames and stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, those posts are, I get where they come from. They come from a place of frustration, which we've all experienced before. But it's sort of like, these are the rules of the game. You knew what they were going into it. Like, you're not upset because of the balance. You're upset because you lost. You know, like, you wouldn't be making these posts if you had been, like, beating Stand Together all day.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a redraw right there.
Easy. I try not to be conceited. Here's the list of things, all the things. Did I say I try not to be conceited? I try not to be more conceited than I am already. There's some measure of jokingness in some of my conceit, but I'm also just, like, horribly conceited, and I don't know how anybody tolerates me.
Sunnyvale, aka Humble Instructor.
Teacher of humility. Actually, yeah. I guess that's more descriptive. You're a sad bunch.
You gotta get one of those card frames on your stream or whatever.
Oh,
Put
yeah.
your camera in there.
I am the worst when it comes to technology. Oh, I've gotten better, like, trying to get my stream set up and stuff like that. Like, the loading screen that I have, I spent a while learning how to use After Effects to get that. But I'm still horribly lost when it comes to trying to do things on my computer.
Yeah, when I first got into, like, content creation, I wanted to do a stream, and I just could not set it up, so I made videos instead. Probably like a Dust Caller right here, right? Just develop the board a little bit.
Well, here's the thing. If I play Dustwalker and then I play Dustcaller, I get to the +2 power
right
the following turn. And I think that has some value more than just, like, curving out. Because that's, I'm losing 1 power this turn to get 2 power in a future turn. But that might just not be worth it.
We could just... So what's the alternative? Is just play Living Offering and pass?
Yeah. I think I'm just going to play Dustcaller. It's It's 1 power for 2 power later. And that's doesn't seem that insane.
Also because it seems like he's developing his board pretty quickly, and we don't have that many power sinks in hand, at least.
I mean, I think we could use an extra turn of night.
Okay.
What a perfect night.
Dude, it's your favorite card.
Drifter. So that actually comes from a guy named Lucid Iguana from the Viper Brood community. He started posting all these drafts that had, like, multiple drifters, and it's like, yeah, set another 7-win draft. And I'm like, okay, I gotta try this sometime. And I was not disappointed.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's one of those cards that's, like, kind of easy to write off. but like a 2-1 for 1's a reasonable stat line, especially if you have like a super duper aggressive deck, because you want to be applying pressure starting from like turn 1. Although what I really like about the card is it really puts Oni Ronin into perspective.
Yeah.
Like, if Drifter's good, like, you guys have to recognize how good Oni Ronin is.
So I think this is a Cabal tactic.
Do you think it's worth offering 1 block
Yeah.
to try and bait out the... Yeah. Huh.
Or not. They just have a ping effect? I'm so confused.
I thought I saw a slight pause there.
I don't think there would have been a pause. That was weird.
Hmm.
Well, it's going to be night, which makes Living Example pretty tempting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we can play that like Living Offering and just like pass turn.
The problem is if they can kill our 2/3, our blocks are much, much worse. I guess we don't have to keep this alive. This trades off for something. But like a weapon on the Unpredictable Outlaw is pretty scary here.
Yeah.
Oh god.
You don't say.
Honestly, they probably should have put that on the Triggerman.
I think so too.
I have to block. I can't let that live.
Sure, yeah.
7.
Sure. What do you think about Slumbering Stone, Flashy Duelist? Well, it should probably be, because, well, they still have a trick, right?
No, they don't.
They don't have
I
a
thought
trick.
they did, but they don't.
Okay, it's probably Spear Diver then.
Yeah, I hope this works.
Like, the alternative is just sort of like, take a line that doesn't really help us stabilize.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this is
hold
greedy,
up.
but I think that this actually helps us get to the point where we can win.
Yeah. Like, if he doesn't have a rapid shot right here, I think we're... Or, like, some sort of trick, I think we're, like, in okay shape. Because once we have Daze up, we can, like, insure against, like...
Any combat
tricks.
trick, even a weapon on the Triggerman.
Mm-hmm. This is nerve-wracking.
Yeah. If they just attack with the Triggerman, it's a pretty clear indication that they don't have anything.
Yeah. And then I think you just, block the Spear Diver, life goes on, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If they attack with everything, oh my god.
Oh,
that
wow.
is very much not nothing.
Huh.
Well, we literally don't have good blocks.
Yeah. I'd agree with that. Go to 2. It's kind of unfortunate, but at least we have, like, 3 blockers to match up with, like, 3 attackers next turn, plus Daze backup.
Kind of unfortunate. I feel like our chances of winning this are basically nothing.
They're not great. I'll concede that.
I think I have to silence this now.
Yeah, for sure.
6/6.
Yeah.
Do we have?
Yep.
I mean, if we draw a Saw, okay. If we draw a Saw, if our opponent has nothing, we draw a Saw. I think we can win.
Yeah,
That's
I'd
the
agree
only
with that.
scenario I think we can win.
Yeah, it's definitely not looking good for us, but I don't know. You never know. Maybe he's got 2 power, and just kidding. I think that's it, right? We just don't have enough blockers now?
Yeah, we're dead exactly.
Okay.
All right, 6 wins. I'll take it.
Yeah, that was 2 better than I thought it was going to be.
All right, so I don't know. We're not going to have a ton of time to play games. I have to be somewhere at 7, but we can draft again. See how it turns out.
Yeah, sounds good. Oof, Premium Harbinger spike, dude.
I was playing that card in a burn deck, like a Stone Scar burn deck.
It seems really good there.
Yes.
It's like 3 to the face and draw an extra card.
Yeah, it's better torch.
Yeah. Okay. Easy Master at Arms?
Yep.
All right.
Thinking.
This one...
This pack sucks.
Yeah. I don't know. I think, like... I think it might just be saddle up here, honestly. What do you think? Okay, so what do you think of Primal in like this format's draft?
Good if you're in Nightfall. Good if you're in Yetis. Otherwise, not so hot.
Just bad, right? Yeah. Okay. I kind of feel the same way. Like, I don't know. Changey Stick got a lot of hype, and then like the more I played it, the more I realized like I think Primal's just not very good. But I'm fine with the saddle up right here. Oh, Spear Diver's also good. Well, probably an Illumination Wisp, right?
That's what I think.
Yeah.
Bastard Arm's Illumination Wisp is pretty nice.
We just talked about how bad like Primal is, so
Yeah.
maybe we don't take the Primal
I
card.
especially don't want to be in this faction combination. Oh, and I say that, but well, we don't
Training
have
ground.
to take a primal card. Yeah. we could
Do
take
you? Why not this faction combination?
I just have zero. I've drafted Fury a couple times, and both times I've had terrible results.
Okay, I see. Yeah, it's I don't know. I mean, it's like you play good cards and
It's
you
not
play
enough.
like well-statted units, and sometimes you get there. What do you think here? I think Blade Whirl is like the strongest card, but if we want to like, we have two like reasonable I'd say like two pretty good time cards already. So like Temple Standard is pretty good as well, right?
Yeah,
here.
I'm really high on Temple Standard. I don't know why people are low on it. Like I think this is way better than Blade Whirl.
Really. I think they're like pretty close. I would give the edge to Blade Whirl, but I really like. Well, I mean, if you play Days, I think Temple Standard is going to do the same thing, but just better in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've also
Although
bounced my own unit with Changey Stick.
you
Chat
go.
draft when Nova Ecolo. If someone can help me figure out how to get the chat draft going, I am happy to do so. I just, like I said, bad with computers.
Yeah, I'll join you for that one too. As for this, I don't know, but I think it's probably just Purge Leader. Like Cut Ties is good, but I think it feels kind of weird to lock in like factions so early.
What? That's what I'm all about. Haven't you heard about that? I lock in both factions in Pack 1.
All right, let's take.
But
I know where this is coming from. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know. I think I'd rather have Purge Leader here.
Over Cut Ties.
Yeah.
You were mousing over Saddle up a bit. Were you considering that over Purge Leader?
Yeah, I think that's a reasonable consideration.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty okay with either of those. I think they're both like fine playables, but there's not really. Oh wow, I think Aegon's Choice is pretty good.
Yeah, I like that
Yeah.
card too. Okay.
Yeah, the fact that it's a fast spell like really helped out that card a lot. Mm. Do you want to take a Drifter here?
What? I was gonna take the Spell Sword.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, Spell Sword is fine. I think Hair Trigger Pistol is like quite good, but I think we're kind of off the Shadow train at this point.
Yeah, we could have. Oh my god. Okay.
Oh my-
Are you sure
okay,
we're
no.
off the? No,
No,
not.
we're the if that is coming around this late, like it's got to be wide open, right?
Well, you say that, and then this happens.
But that is a 7th pick Corrupted Umbran.
My goodness.
Wow, it's got to be, yeah, Carnitas, right? Predatory Carnosaur.
Yeah, sorry. My girlfriend texted me in all caps, so I figure I should respond right away.
That's yeah. You do what you got to do, man. I totally understand.
All right. Yeah, Carnosaur. Holy cow.
Wow. Reliquary Raider is like, I don't know. Well, so hold on. There's like some. Okay, Reliquary Raider is a card I don't have any experience with in draft, but it seems
agree.
really good. Yeah, and then like there's some really good cards here as well. Like another like, well, like Amber Acolyte, Dark Return. I'm really happy to take those as well. I'll just say that.
I think
Yeah.
Amber Acolyte's better than Copper Hall Porter for what it's worth. Dark Return, I think that we want to be. Well, we could be Xenon also with like Corrupted
Yeah.
Hybrid.
Well, this is one of those weird cases where like I think we're almost certainly playing Shadow just because of what we saw in Pack 1. We saw like 2 or 3 Cut Ties going around. We saw a super like Corrupted Umbra.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like there's a really strong sign that it's going to be open. So if we can kind of like audible into Shadow a little bit, I think we're going to be rewarded for it in Pack 4.
Okay, but
But
we're
yeah,
still
this is
taking
the
time.
Reliquary, yeah, Reliquary Raider right here for sure.
Okay.
We're like heavily timed with Predatory Carnosaur. Teleport?
Yeah, I like Teleport. I mean,
Yeah.
it's
Well, Spirit
worse
Blade
than
Stalker's
Temple
good
Standard,
too. Yeah.
I don't know how much I like a second teleport.
Yeah, we could take a Silverwing Familiar here. I think the card's quite good, but I also don't know if we're in Justice at this point. Because like we took a Master at Arms, and after that, I think
We got
well,
Saddle
Justice
Up
looks
and
okay.
First Leader. But
Yeah,
it's
it
not-
looks okay actually.
But
Yeah.
you're right, Silverwing Familiar is very, very good.
Yeah. Also, like the Master at Arms in the same deck.
Yeah,
I think if we
lost-
take it here, we can still keep our factions open a little bit. Do you draft what like Big Xenon?
It's very difficult to do that. This might be better than Bold Adventurer still, though.
I think, yeah, I like. I don't know. I like Bold Adventure. Sorry, I was all over the place there. I like Bold Adventure a lot, but I think Dawnwalker might be pretty good in this deck.
Well, here's the thing. There really are not many things that bring it back, right? There's Pensive Lumen, and then there's the Carnosaur we have.
Right. And then, like, I guess Subterranean Century or something. Just sort of that
Yeah.
nonsense. But, yeah,
But
I don't know.
on the other hand, it has Overwhelm, and that goes really well with the Saddle Up.
I am not certain about this one, because I have no experience with Dawnwalker draft. But I'm willing to take it just to try it.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
I guess so. It's
Yeah.
also, oh, the other one was Time Card, never mind. Okay, well,
Yeah.
we're going to take the Sandbinder, right?
Splash Azendel's Gift.
No, thank you.
Yeah.
It used to be
Oh,
splashable.
sweet.
It's
Yeah, I
really-
heard. Dark Cobra used to be a thing where you, because it only costs 1 black.
Well, there was also 4-faction. We're not taking Tyler's Intervention, right?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Especially like Nocturnal Creeper is just a solid 2-drop.
Yeah.
Yeah, Strength of Many right here.
So people all used to play basically TJP control, but they could splash Azendel's Gift for the mirror.
Oh
It was
god.
nasty.
How do you feel about? Okay, I guess that answers that. Wow.
We could be
This
a mono
is-
rares deck.
Yeah. I kind of think running Peacekeeper's Prod and Predatory Carnosaur in the same deck's a little ambitious.
It's not that bad. You're just playing a 2-faction deck. We can't splash if we do that.
Okay, sure. That probably seems okay. We're losing out on whatever shadow cards might come around. Like the alternative here is Duskwalker, which I think might also be pretty good.
Oh, I
But-
would rather have Strength of Money in this deck than Duskwalker.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay. Interesting. I think I might be a little bit higher on Duskwalker than you are then.
I guess so. But I don't think it's a card that we really want to splash, and I think we want to play Justice if we can. Because yeah, we got the Corrupted Umbran, but Justice was kind of coming around in the last pack. We got Silverwing Familiar and Strength of Many.
Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah. I think I'm sold on like Prod or Strength of Many. So
Honestly, Strength of Many is probably better.
Okay.
Yeah, I kind of want to take this though. Oh, well, that's easy.
Finest Hour? Yes, please.
Yeah.
GG Finest Hour.
Ooh, shiny too. We just talked about how
We
we
can-
can't splash anything, right?
I mean, did we take the Peacekeeper's Prod?
We did.
Well, what are we giving up if we take this? Detain? I think I'm kind of okay with just taking it here and hoping like a bunch of like Primal Fixing comes around.
I actually disagree with that. I think that if we want to play both Peacekeeper's Prod and Predatory Connoisseur, we should not take the Hatchling.
So what would you take here then?
So I would just take Detain. I think people are too low on Detain. I think it's actually fine.
Okay, sure. Yeah, I think a Detain is reasonable here, especially given our influence requirements. Yeah, Sarasaur.
It's a good attacker.
Uh,
Oh, man. Sorry, I'm making you really sad, aren't I?
no, that's. I mean, Safe Return might not be terrible in this deck. If we're going to be Time Justice already,
So here's the thing. Safe Return might not be the worst in this deck, but we have Teleport, which is basically strictly better Safe Return.
okay.
So I think
What
I'd
would you
rather have
take, Kopesh?
Blast or Kopesh, and I think I would favor Blast. Kopesh is just expensive. You need to have
Interesting.
really
Yeah,
aggressive
well, like Comber has problems with removal, so I think Blast is actually not too unreasonable here.
yeah, like what do we do against a deadly unit, right?
Yeah, that's fair. We're probably not playing any of these.
I agree.
Disjunction, I guess. Yeah.
That's
Oh,
pretty
Predators
good.
Instinct is good. Dude, combos with our Dawnwalker. We're all set.
Well, it combos with teleport also.
There you go.
Ooh, that's
Oh
pretty
yeah,
good.
Spare Blade Stalker.
Hmm.
Yeah, do we take the? Do you take the Waystone here? So I think I might be higher on Waystones than anybody else because I always feel like I end up playing them, except for like I think the Nightfall one is like more conditional. But like I never see myself playing
this is
Rebuke.
basically game 1 life, right?
Right.
I mean, sure, like this adds value to our deck for sure, but what if we just have no playables in the last pack? Then we
Okay.
might play Rebuke.
That's fair. We'll take Rebuke then. Sure. Elysian Banner for the Terrax Hashin we didn't take.
Yeah. We could just be the teleport deck, you know? That's a deck, right?
Teleport Tribal.
Teleport tribal.
Yeah, Temple Standard is probably the way to go. We're off Shadow at this point.
Yeah, we're
That's such a
definitely
bummer.
It really
Oh
is.
man. Yeah. But I think if we're off Shadow, we just take the Temple Standard here, and we're kind of okay with it.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess yeah. Workshop Take is another consideration. How many 2-drops do we have?
We've got Training Ground, that probably counts as one, right?
Sure.
World Adventure,
Yeah.
Illumination Wisp, Nocturnal Creeper, and well, let's see.
4? I think we want more than. Yeah, we're in for a Workshop Tinker right here.
Okay.
Yeah.
We also have 2 normal
Oh yeah.
teleports too, so Temple Standard isn't as important. This is a really
Right.
interesting pick, I think.
Sorry, one more time.
What? We have 2 teleports, so
Oh,
Temple
you
Standard.
said this is really something. It's
Interesting.
cut out the last second.
This is an
Oh,
interesting
okay.
pick.
This kind of feels like an Arbalest. Okay, so Resolute Paladin's a card that it's like I have experienced the highest of highs and like lowest of lows with this.
Well,
With Resolute Paladin.
I'm always attacking, right? So it's only good for me. Alright, we'll take the Arbalest. Arbalest is really good.
Right, and I think we're also just a little bit starved for removal, unless we can get a Dawnwalker with teleport on it or some nonsense.
This is unplayable, right?
I've never played it before, but I think it's bad. Lingering Influence?
Yeah, it's the only card
Yeah.
we're playing.
Yeah. Oh man. What do you think of Warren's Officer?
I've never played it.
I have not either.
Yeah, I don't want to play it either.
Yeah, doesn't seem very good. I don't think Initiation Bell is either, but we could just not play either of these. That might be okay.
Well, if we pick up... We actually have a fair number of spells. We could end up playing it. Oh, man. We are getting
Sure.
cut so hard. We should have jumped into Shadow, I guess.
Shadow, right?
Well, this is why we took the Rebuke, right? Oh, my god.
Are you kidding me?
You take Grit. It goes
Yeah.
with this spell.
Are we still playing Shadow? Like, despite having jump ship multiple drafts?
Oh, my god.
Yeah.
We have 2 Corrupted Umbrans and... Okay,
2 Magenta Wisps. Or maybe 1?
Yeah.
Wisp?
2
Yeah,
2
two-
Magenta Wisps.
And 2 Corrupted Umbran. Like, from not being in Shadow. How crazy is that?
We could go Xenon, I think. I think our Cumbre deck is better.
I think so too. It's just crazy the quality of commons that are still coming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rip.
Yep.
Alright.
Spell Sword. I mean, we kind of knew this was going to happen, right? Like, when
I
we
didn't
saw
think it
the
would be
super-
this bad.
You're right. I didn't either, but yeah. Hate to see that. Yeah, well, we got some really good like time cards as well. So
Yeah, I
that's
don't
not
think
to
our
be-
deck is actually that bad. It's just like
right.
we got so punished in that last pack. Like, these are 25 cards that I'm happy to play.
Mhm.
I think we can probably play the Initiation Bell, honestly.
Did you take a petition at the end there?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. Do we have anything worth splashing?
No, I do not want Splash in this deck.
Sure. That's actually very fair. I forgot we were
Triple,
TTT
yeah.
JJJ.
Okay, so this is currently 15 power, so I think we need to cut some number of cards.
Do we need
Sorry,
petition?
this is 16 power. I think we want the petition for the Initiation
Okay.
Bell and the 2
Yeah.
Spire Swell Swords. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. So we're playing like 15 units, I guess like 16 if you count training rounds. And then we have like 12 spells for Bell, so that can like kind of help our unit count as well. Yeah, I mean, I think Rebuke is one of our weaker cards.
Do we have any other ways of silencing?
Because you're asking me that question, I think the answer is no. But
I don't see any.
Okay, yeah.
So
All right.
I think
that's
I actually cut a Silverwing Familiar.
interesting.
We have
Okay.
one weapon, which is granted very good on Silverwing Familiar, and I guess we have a couple pump spells, but
Right.
and we've got
Lesser
the
arms.
workshop. But like it's
Do you cut that?
difficult.
Well, do you cut that before like Dawnwalker? Honestly, because Dawnwalker's only coming back once.
Okay, yeah,
At
it
best.
might be better than Dawnwalker.
Yeah.
Fair.
Like we might end up cutting both at the end of the day, but I think the Dawnwalker dream is kind of dead.
Was it ever really alive? Well, I guess it was if we drew like a ton of pump spells.
I believed in it, and that's what gave it life.
These pump
Too
spells
smart.
are. This deck's actually pretty sweet. So we have all these pump spells that we can use on our lifesteal units to keep us alive while we initiation build them to death.
Infinite value right there.
Yeah, I'm kind of
This
psyched.
is basically a control deck. Okay, so we have like how many power did you want to run on this deck? You said
I think
16?
we want one more. So this is 17 if you count petition.
Sure. But
So I
also
think
lingering
we're-
influence.
Oh, it also has lingering influence. Okay, yeah, let's run it.
15 power. Oh my goodness. This is great. I don't know what this is, but this is great.
I'm psyched. This is gonna be sweet. I don't think this deck is particularly good, but I actually don't think it's absolutely the worst either.
It's got some really, really good cards. So
That's true.
You know, Predatory Carnosaur just wins games sometimes.
It
It's like, hey,
doesn't-
nice. Yeah.
It doesn't even have embarrassing cards.
I feel like a couple of these are like. So okay, again, like this is where it's coming up. There are certain cards that you feel are very playable
Oh, yeah.
that I would not consider.
Spire Cell Sword, right? Of course.
Yeah, Spire Spellsword is like pretty up there, and then like it's funny because you go like Spire Spellsword, Rebuke, and like Detain, and then like all together in a deck they kind of work together, but like individually I would never consider those cards.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Man.
I was really hoping we'd end up in like an aggressive Rakano deck
Yeah.
because I really wanted to see like, you know, I wanted to see like how you would put that together. That would have been
Yeah.
But-
Well, I mean, there's plenty of video evidence of me drafting Rakano.
sure. And I guess Predatory Carnosaur into Reliquary Raider kind of puts a hole in that plan.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if we can do some sweet things with this deck, like play the Carnosaur, then teleport it, and play it again.
That is true, yeah.
We can even give Killer to a Reliquary Raider.
Reliquary Raider.
Yeah, and then you teleport it, and then play it again, and then immediately get the draw card.
You can kill her multiple times. Can you kill her multiple times in a turn with the same unit?
Yes.
Interesting. So say our opponent has like 2 or 3 living examples to play. Yeah, we send that back.
Perfect. Sans
Spell sword, yes. Spell sword into Finest Tower, dude. Like, what more do you need?
Our spell sword into 5-drop hand. Oh, wait,
Oh.
hold on.
So if we just draw straight power from here, I think we're all set.
Yeah, I think that's what we want.
Yeah. You flunge, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What type of stream do you think this is?
What is it that LFB said? This isn't a coward stream.
Yeah. If they have... I don't know, they need something pretty good to blow out this Finest Hour.
Yeah, you take that block, right?
Yeah, I don't think they attack. They know I have a fast spell, right? Oh my god, this is madness.
Could be a torch, right?
Yeah, but...
Or even like a temper would get us here.
Would it? No, it doesn't. It has to be torch.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I can't do math. Yep, had to be torch. You just go for it, right?
The killer?
I don't know.
Maybe.
Because, like, what's the alternative? You swing with both and then strength of many?
Yeah, okay.
That's the natural predator of Aegis.
It is. That's true.
But, you know,
Oh, hey,
being stuck on
Nintendo's.
2 power.
Just keep moving.
God.
It's castable, right? I mean,
Yeah.
could have been something much worse. Maybe not.
Power would be really nice. In our 16 power deck.
So, if he A spaces, do you double block?
No, I'm
Just like that? Okay.
Oh, fast spell? Maybe a temper or something? Clan hero. Okay.
I mean, look, this Strength of Many's about to do some serious work. That's like +5/+5 worth of stats
Plus
right there.
3? Oh, across the
Yeah,
board.
two,
Yeah, I guess
the
so.
2 spell swords, man. What is a Carnosaur doing in a 16 power deck? Ilya asks.
Oh, yeah.
Spectating, apparently.
It says 16 power, but you have to keep in mind. God. I don't
We-
like this.
Yeah.
Alright. Guess what has
Yeah?
killer? This thing.
It does have killer.
Um.
Do we try and offer up the Wisp to get rid of the clan hero? With the Strength of Many? Oh, wow.
Strength of money this. So what I was hoping would happen is that I could actually just use that to kill the 3/3. No, they attack. They attack there. Attacking there.
I think you traded away at this point. Or no, never mind. Nah, I think I would have traded for the 5/3. I don't think you traded for the 3/3.
Really? Because I can teleport this and get this into combat.
Okay, sure, yeah. But then it just comes back down the following turn?
As a 3/3.
Alright, yeah. You know Spire spell swords better than I do.
God damn it.
Uncastable initiation bell.
So stupid. I guess I'll do this first. What turn is it? How many? We've seen 14 cards. Oh, that's
Wow.
not the
Hey,
best
that's
one.
good for us. Holds down the ground game forever and probably draws us into power. Maybe. Yeah, trade that away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ha! Nice sword. Not. So this is where Spire Spell Sword is like actually kind of nice.
Just like help you claw back into the
Yeah,
game.
just like it's helping me claw back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll double block.
Yeah.
We might lose.
Like
our...
we have. I mean, yeah. If we lose our guy, that's okay. We still have like good 5-drops coming up.
Yeah. Okay.
Sure.
No fast spell. All right. Well, I think we're winning
Dude,
this.
this
game.
Carnosaur is gonna come in hot. He's never gonna.
It's a lightning strike. Oh, okay. Well, I guess can't be helped.
Yeah. Seems okay.
I don't know if lightning strike is even good there, honestly. Alright. There's no X1 charge unit, right? No magma hounds.
Carnosaur, get him.
Yeah, I think so.
Wait, really? Wow. Another lightning strike?
Sure, I don't care.
Yeah.
face? Uh-oh.
It seems okay, right? Like, the saddle up next turn, I think you just burn it to get the... Oh, wow.
Well, okay.
Oh, he didn't even shoot the spell sword this turn.
Yeah, that's actually really bad for them. We're gonna just totally destroy them then.
Just swing both, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Can't do it in... There's no trigger. Oh my god.
So
Glorious! I mean, it's not lethal, but...
That's a... Oh my... Did you just win that? Did you just win that?
And you thought Spire Sellsword was unplayable.
It's gone up to like a D- in my book.
That game should be completely unwinnable, right? That game should have been completely unwinnable. We drew 7 cards, and we didn't, like, we were stuck on 2 power the entire time. But we, like, I don't know how much life we gained with Spire Sellsword, but, like, the fact that it blocked as a 2/2,
Right.
and the fact that it didn't die to temper there.
It just seems so bizarre to evaluate cards in the contingency that we get stuck on 2 power for 7.
No, but, like, I feel like games in this format... Okay, well, games in this format where I'm one of the players often come down to racing.
Okay.
And
yeah,
and in those scenarios, like, you put Pump Spell on a spell sword and you get a huge buff. I mean, no, it's not Bright Mace Paladin, but I think Bright Mace Paladin's very good, and it's
Okay, I will say, I've experienced something very similar with Crowd Watch Tactic, where I was like, the first time I saw the card, I was like, oh, this is just the finest hour. But then you get into like these racing situations, and you use it to like blow out a double block, and all of a sudden it's like, oh, I just gained 8 life and killed 2 of your units.
Yep.
So yeah, no, I totally get that. The lifesteal is super duper relevant. Did you need to head out anytime soon?
Yeah, I think this
Kind
is
of
going to be
approaching
the
it?
last game.
Okay. Well.
Ooh.
Wow. I mean, 3 power. We should consider ourselves lucky.
I think I'm just going to give up on this tactic, unfortunately.
I agree with that.
See? Hydrogen
Yeah.
knows. Hydrogen knows.
So we just scoop now, right?
Well, here's the thing. This isn't going to come down to a race. At least not, you know, us trying to get them dead.
Mm-hmm.
So it gets a lot worse. Alright, I'm just going to temper this. Or not temper, but
Yeah,
blast this.
blast it, sure.
We're very far away from this.
Yeah, but we have Peacekeepers Prod next turn. I know, there's no units. There's no need to
Oh
point that
shoot,
out.
that would have been a better target. Usually people don't play better targets. No.
I don't know, this Carnosaur's looking pretty close.
Yeah, now all we need is a time. They didn't discard for this, right? Man, that's crazy. Okay, it takes 7. I guess they might have a torch or a temper in their hand already.
Rule number 1, don't drop your tool.
That's
Come on.
good.
Oh, come on.
So, do we use Detain as a gain 4 here?
That's what I was thinking. I think we do.
Alright.
I hate my life.
Beauty and boundless combined.
So we're gonna take 7. How do we give that Purge Leader lifesteal? Oh man, I actually have to kill this, don't I?
I think so, yeah.
Or because
Well,
we know
the
they have a
spell sword probably
spell.
represents... Yeah, the spell sword represents more damage overall.
It represents the same amount of damage, I think.
But they could have multiple spells.
I guess so. Yeah. Okay.
So, if they have, like, anything, we're just dead here?
Your sword.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, that's not a great one to go out on. You know what would have been fantastic there?
What's that?
Fire Spell Sword. We had Detain and Finest Hour in hand. We would have gained 5 health. It would have been fantastic.
I think, I don't know, certain people just build around certain cards is kind of what I'm getting from this. So I think you're somebody who builds very good Spire Spell Sword decks. I'm not 100% ready to like try it myself, but I do believe that it works for you.
Yeah.
As seen in game 1.
Yeah. Some people do not believe that that is a thing. That certain cards have, you know, varying applications across different styles of gameplay and different decks, but, you know. Okay, anyway, thanks everyone for watching. Who are we hosting? Do you see anyone we should host?
Oh, I don't know. I've got your stream open.
Oops, that's not the right. Kamado? Kamado streaming? Okay, let's host Kamado. If you guys
Kamado's
don't know
great,
who Kamado is, Kamado is a teammate of mine, very entertaining friend, reigning world champion, although unfortunately that means a whole lot less than it would if he's the world champion this year. So anyway, thanks everyone for watching. It was a lot of fun. Thanks Jesture for being a part of this.
Yeah,
I'm really glad.
Absolutely, man. Thanks for having me. This was a blast.
Yeah, definitely like to have more guests on this stream. I think it's a lot of fun when they come on. Okay, say hi to Kamado for me. I gotta run. See you guys later. Oh, no stream Saturday this week, so I'll be back on Monday.